Alright, guys. Maybe. I'm here. Back. Our live stream. Waiting for things to load. There we go. Now I need to fucking get chat up on my phone. By the way, Survivor finale happened. That was a finale. I don't really have... Like, straight up, I feel like it... Like, obviously the result was what I expected. I feel like almost nothing else really went as I expected. But... Yeah, I'm a bit confused narratively at some things. Also, I find it really funny that I thought Jeff spoiled the season like a few weeks ago, and it turns out he didn't. So that is something. By the way, I'm playing Talos Principle, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, Ben didn't vote. That is the most mind-blowing thing to me. Which also, I mean, straight up, also, like, since the finale ended, which was like almost 30 minutes ago now, I've not thought a single second about the actual finale. I'm more so mind blown by the fact that Asia Welch is on, okay, that's loud, is on Survivor 47. Like, that's pretty mind blowing to me. Which would be really cool to see. Like, I'm a big fan of RGP, been listening to him for years. I remember when Asia, like, first started on RGP, listening to her there, really cool. I will say, don't know, like, how it will go gameplay-wise, necessarily. Okay, can this... Yeah, okay, that's, like, super loud. I will say, out of, like, the RGP podcasters, she's not the person I would have the most faith in. But it'll be cool. Like, I'm excited to see how it goes. But, yeah, like, that's mostly what I've been thinking about since the finale actually ended, is, that's gonna be pretty insane. But, yeah, obviously, like, for the actual finale, again, like, Kenzie winning, as expected, I think everything else was just so what I didn't expect. Like, again, the 5-3 vote was shocking to me. I thought Kenzie was gonna, like, coming into Final Tribal, I thought Kenzie was gonna win in a landslide. Like, I literally thought it was gonna be unanimous. Because the thing is, I was not shocked when Maria didn't vote for Kenzie. And also, the actual votes and how they played out were also super fucking random. Oh, yeah, that's also the thing. Yeah, Andy, I believe, is also an RGP, like, big RGP patron and everything. So that's also cool as well. But, yeah, like, I mean, in terms of how the jury vote played out, again, the fact that, like, Soda and Hunter is the most shocking vote to me. Like, Hunter's one where, like, I felt like story-wise, it makes no sense for Hunter to be voting for Charlie. Like, I feel like that's just, like, so out of left field, for that to be the case. I still feel like this is super loud. Do I try to deserve to win? I mean, like, again, I don't like the term deserve, because if you win, you win. It's like, there's no one that deserves to win. If you win, like, if you deserve to win, you would have won. Would I have voted for Charlie, though? Yeah, I would have. Do I think it's that egregious of a decision here? Not really. I do think Charlie definitely played a better game than Kenzie for most of it. I do think it's, like, a decent margin, but I can also understand why you would vote Kenzie. Like, I don't think it's, like, it's not like the Russell-Natalie situation, like that, where, again, like, Russell was just so much the alpha in terms of, like, how they navigated through the game, where this was, like, a position where I feel like they both had, like, so, like, very different games, that... Okay, let's also still turn this down. That it's not like that, like, I don't know, it's not that egregious to me. Like, it's like the same thing with the, like, obviously, yeah, it's more similar to the Michelle Aubrey situation. I do think Kenzie's better than Michelle, though. And Charlie's probably on par with Aubrey, maybe even, like, slightly better. But still, I think, like, Kenzie's, like, way better than Michelle, though. Because I do think Michelle's become, like, a very overrated player as time goes on, especially because, like, she always comes back for Winners at War. Is that too soft? Whatever, let's try this. Yeah, Liz's delusion is really funny. Also, like, surprised by Liz being fourth. Not, like, mind-blown, though. But definitely, because, like, there were, like, early on in the season, I think I had that peg that Liz was going to be fourth. And then that shifted towards the end game, where, like, she became a lot more prominent. And I was like, well, okay, now I can kind of see this, like, start this, like, Owen / Jake sort of story for her of like, okay, she keeps on trying, but then like she never gains the respect that she wanted. But then obviously she just ends up being fourth. Ben being losing finalist is bizarre to me. I still don't like. The thing is like, I think like I had the like season like pretty mapped out for a lot of it. I do feel like the way this season ends is kind of a negative for me. I don't like how the season resolved. I do feel like a lot of the storylines that were set up earlier didn't perfectly fit together at the end. Like the entire like Ben panic attacks and like Kenzie's the one to console him and all that. Like that doesn't lead to much. Like obviously it enhances Ben's story, but like and like obviously like it shows like Kenzie being an authentic person and it adds to her storyline. But like it doesn't add anything to the game. Like it's like I was 100% expecting like Ben to be a vote. And like that never comes to be. Even in this situation, like even at Final Four, if Ben had taken Kenzie over Charlie, that's better. Like that's okay, at least this matters. This means something. It doesn't though. Like the way that it played out. And I do find that very strange. Blaming Maria for I mean the thing is like Maria was just one vote. Like in a situation where like what 5 people said that they changed their votes at Final Tribal. I think there's other like if you're gonna blame somebody, I think there's other people to blame. Even though like straight up, I'm happy Charlie didn't win. I think Charlie's like really boring TV, and I think if he were to win, it would be like a really boring outcome this season. If Charlie won, like and like too, for obviously that's part of the edit, and like this edit was so heavily skewed Kenzie the entire time, to where like I never really thought Charlie was gonna win. But if Charlie did win, this would be a shit season in my mind. Like this would be such a boring outcome to the season. It's not even that Kenzie is entertaining. Too, I do think she has good confessions here and there, but like it's more so that the entire story is the story of Kenzie. Like I've been saying this for like weeks now, that like Kenzie is the protagonist of the story. Like Kenzie has been the main focus of the story from pretty much beginning to end. Like despite the fact that Charlie has more confessionals, his confessionals have like no substance to it. Like he's simply just there because he has to be there, because he actually is important to the season. Kenzie is not as important to the season, yet is primarily focused on throughout most of the season. It's like, to me, it's like this is the story of Kenzie. If Kenzie doesn't win, what the fuck is the season? Like this would be a complete disaster of a season if Kenzie did not win. To where like at least she won, to where like I feel like it fulfills like many of the season's themes. I still again don't love how it paid off Ben and like his connection to the themes. Also like again the entire like jury vote is very strange. Like Hunter voting for Charlie, Liz voting for Charlie makes no sense from a storyline perspective. Also, again, like there was a lot of setup to like, okay, if Kenzie got to the end, she would be unbeatable essentially from like very early on in the season. That doesn't play out. She barely wins in a 5-3 vote. In a situation where again, like people were like flipping their votes at the last second. I just think like the resolution to the story for me is a bit of a mess. To where I'm very underwhelmed by that. Yeah, I've seen the 40, like I've seen, like there were 6 people, on the 47 list that I saw, which I only know Asia, I know, Andy, fuck Tiffany for a timer bullshit. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, obviously it was a way for, like, obviously she was very clearly rooting for Kenzie, and you could very much tell that she was like cutting like Ben, like the fact that she like cut off Ben like as early as she did was so funny to me. Yeah, I don't know where Kenzie is. Like I think for me, I did not love how this finale played out for her in relation to my ranking. I think at best she's Marianne, and I don't even think she's that, which I think is sad, because I was really hoping this like prophecy that she would be this like unbeatable foe would like come true, because at that point I think I could give her a lot more like credit. But the fact that she like barely beats Charlie at the end, and like also is like seemingly unaware of her jury prospects, talking about how like, oh, Liz would have won if she got to the end, where like, oh, it was easier way to win going against Charlie and Ben. It's like that seems like a complete misread on the jury, which again obviously Liz had that misread as well. But still, it's like I don't love how this game ended for Kenzie, and like straight up her game before that was not particularly great either. And again, like I think for me, it's like I would have been able to prop her up more if like okay, like Hunter votes for her because of the social connection, Liz votes for her because of their social connection. But it seems like the reality is that they voted for her because they like thought she needed the money more, and they thought that she could utilize the money more, which is like weird to see in the modern day. But also does play into like Jeff's talk about how like this jury voted differently than many others. Kenzie kind of reminds you of Sepia. Interesting. I've not made that comparison yet. I can kind of see it. I think Kenzie's endgame is a bit cleaner, where Kenzie was never really in danger. Obviously fire making, but fire making's fire making. If that had been a natural vote, it probably would have been a 3-1 Liz vote. If not, then Charlie would have like really tried, like was probably trying to make a tie, and even then it would be Kenzie versus Liz fire making. So it doesn't really change much. Yeah, it was actually a very weird finale as well, from a like confessional standpoint, where it ends up being like Kenzie only got 5 confessionals in this finale, which is like very abnormal especially for a winner. Like for her to only get 5 confessionals is like so small. And like she's tied with Maria. And then I think Liz got 11. Yeah, Ben and Charlie got 11, Liz got 7, that's what it was. Yeah. Which means Charlie ends the season with the most confessionals. I believe it's like 84, I believe is the number. Which means he got more than Jam Jam. But obviously like the season was longer in terms of runtime. But Charlie, I believe, like he's top 5 confessional guys of all time, probably, if not right outside it. Like it is kind of insane that Charlie got that many. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing with this? This is why this is a terrible game for stream. Which if I didn't want to do it, but I realized that like there's no fucking way I'm gonna have time to play this on my own. So it's like I might as well try to play it on stream. If I can't finish it, I can't finish it. Oh, duh, I can just go through the purple ones. I'm an idiot. First 6 player ranking look like. I've already recorded most of it. I just need to record the final 5. The top 5 are the top 5 on the list. Really, the top 6 were the top 6 on the list, which is the main reason why I recorded it so early. I recorded the section about Q last night, and it ended up being really long for a player ranking. Where like again, most player rankings, like when I talk about people on the player ranking, again, for a lot of the earlier boots, it's usually only like a minute or 2. For a lot of the later boots, it's usually like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so. I talk about Q for 9 minutes almost. So yeah, Q, I guess I have a lot to say about Q. I don't know if Ben is too. I think the issue with Ben is it didn't seem like he had any real win equity. I've been 4, I think, as of right now.
But first, you must
I think it would be more of an argument of Maria or Kenzie.
They will help me prepare your
but yeah, Charlie's 1. Like I think Charlie's like easily 1 at this point. I don't think Ben was a bad player either, but I still think he had like no win equity. Which again is something to factor in when doing a player ranking. Okay, what I do here? Wait, what? Okay, cool. Thoughts on Challenge All-Star or All-Star Sport? It was a good episode. It was a pretty good episode. I have started working on the script for the video. 5-3 is new 7-1. I mean, I'd rather have it be 5-3. At least it's close.
Well done, my child.
Why did Kenzie perceive Liz as a big threat? I don't know. I mean, I could see her like argument, right, for Liz, because again, Liz is not that bad of a player either. I think Liz is actually like a pretty competent player, and I do believe her when she says a lot of her game was intentional, because I do think it's clearly intentional. With like the like aspect of like I do think she intentionally talked about being rich to like make herself look like a goat. I think her perception was that, okay, I can convince people to like vote for me despite that, and like make people like at the end believe that okay, this was all a strategy. But it's like I feel like it was just never going to be particularly effective. I think when people have this like point of view of you for like the entirety of the season, I think it's like very rare they're just gonna shift that at the last second because you said one thing at Final Tribal. Like obviously we've seen it before, but like it's not like a particularly likely outcome. 100% 47's preview is better than 46. I still got like very little out of it. Like it was all very generic, obviously because it has to be. Where actually I looked this up on True Dark Times, the calendar, to see like where we're at in terms of the player ranking, or in terms of player ranking, in terms of the recording of the season. We're only at like day 10. Like we're so early on in the season to where. Okay, that was dumb. To where, yeah, surprised we got like as much game footage as we did. Like that means they put all that together in like what, like probably like what, a week or so in the last week. I know Asia's dominating. I mean, okay, yeah, like to talk about Asia, like I think Asia will do well pre-merge. I think Asia's the type of person that is going to probably be in a dominant position on her initial tribe. Like, I feel like she has, like, a lot of, like, Tiffany upside from this season. I can see, like, some, like, Maria sort of, like, potential there. Like, I think she's going to be very well positioned early on. I just do not have the faith in her strategic ability long term. Like, I could definitely see her, like, getting blindsided of an idol for sure. Like, I feel like that's definitely something I can see, like, happening to Asia. Will they know Asia? I think Andy will, for sure. Like I think maybe some other people. I mean, again, if you listen to RHAP, like she's there quite a bit. I did notice that she had not been there in a while. To where, like, I mean, I assumed it was more so like, oh, she's probably busy with other shit, more so than oh, she's actually going to be on Survivor. But yeah, like, I mean, I think Asia is set up to do pretty well here. How do I know? They're both RHP people. Andy is a RHP patron. Like a pretty prominent person there. Kind of similar to like a Brandon Donlin sort of situation. And then Asia is an actual podcaster on RGP that has been there for years, right? When did Asia start? Was it 2020? Was that when she started, or was she before that? I actually don't remember anymore. Like, was she part of that new crop at 2020, or was she earlier? Either way, I mean, yeah, it was 2020. So, yeah, again, it's been a while. I mean, she's part of like the RHAP draft for Survivor. I believe she also like knows Michaela, if I remember right. That she went to like school with a lot of like people who are like have already been on reality TV. Like I believe she was also friends with that one girl that was on the Circle. What was her name? I mean, like a pretty irrelevant person now. It was like from season 2 or something of US. But yeah, I mean, like, she's been in the reality TV sphere for a while. How she has a podcaster? I think she's fine. She's not my personal favorite. I really liked her early on. Like I liked her when she started on RHP, where I feel like there she usually had some pretty good like strategic intel. She like again, seemed to know the game pretty well and everything. I feel like since then she's kind of like not been on par. I feel like I remember like I think it was around BB Can 10 was the point where like I feel like she kind of started to lose it a bit. You think her coverage was really good? I think it was bad. I think that was the point where like I think she like started to not give a shit about the strategy. Because like that was the point where like with BB Can 10, she was like very pro Josh, very pro Betty. To where like she was kind of like talking down Kevin Jacobs' game quite a bit. And I feel like with her it kind of like got to the point where like I feel like she was like definitely adding a lot more like favoritism to her analysis. But she's still a good podcaster though. Should be a fun personality. Started to save her gameplay and brain energy for Survivor, sure. Okay, Charlie's 1. I haven't locked down Ben, but he's probably 4. Liz is probably 5, and then like Kenzie or Maria for 2 or 3. Okay, so I can get 2 up here. But what's the point of this? Is there a point to any of this? I don't even know what I'm doing in this puzzle. Actually, let's do this. I think I'm gonna have Kenzie 3. I think is my initial instinct. The thing is with Maria, I don't even think Maria like. I think Maria definitely did have more, like, had better positioning for more of the game. I think the thing is actually like maybe I would go Maria over Kenzie. I don't know. I think it comes down to like for me it's like the pro against Kenzie is obviously like she's much better positioned in the end game. I think we're gonna need to know Kenzie's winner prospects. In like how would she do in more situations? Because again, if it's a situation where like okay, Kenzie would have beaten like everybody but like Maria or something, then I'm like okay, I think that's like probably enough to put Kenzie higher than where again Maria is someone that obviously like very much struggled to even get to the end. Essentially needed to win out if she were to have any chance of getting to the end. Where Kenzie had a much more smoother path. I gave up on Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Might even give up on this. We'll see. I do want to legitimately play this game. I just think this is a terrible stream game, though. Because, like, obviously it's a puzzle game. To where, like, there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to pay attention. And do these puzzles. While rambling on. Player number 9 is named Teeny? It's an interesting name. Maria's like Kirby? I don't think she's as, like, aggressive of a player as Kirby. Which is like a pro and a con. I mean, like, I don't think she makes as many, like, really questionable strategic decisions as Kirby does. I think it's actually kind of the opposite issue, right? I think my issue with Maria is I think she's a bit too passive at making decisions. I feel like she, like, kind of lets Charlie get his way more than her way a lot of the time. Is Ricard? Like, I think Ricard's better. But maybe? I've not thought about where they land on the run-up ranking. There's another podcaster in 47? Who? Alright, let's actually look. Like, is Redmond posting more shit now? Let's see. By the way, I've not listened to On Fire, obviously, because On Fire didn't come out until right before I started stream. Yeah, so who also... Oh, wait, we're talking about John Lovett? Okay. Yeah, who is John Lovett? Because, like, I know he is a person. I just don't know who he actually is. Let's see. Co-created 1600 Pen. That's kind of random. So is he essentially just the next coming of, like, Mike White? Yeah, so that's something. Who else do we have? So yeah, Sierra Wright is a person. Is that the Miss Delaware person? Or Is that someone else? Genevieve is a person. I haven't seen that person before. Yeah, so I guess there's more people being added. Which is not shocking considering obviously now we have like shots of everybody supposedly. Yeah, I know who he was in terms of like who he was in the trailer. I just didn't know like what he is. Political podcaster. Okay. Like I've not like stop like straight up just stop asking like the where are they on the like final juror round rankings because I've not thought about it a single second. Maybe I'll talk about it a bit later, but like Liz could not fucking tell you. How'd Ben do on a return? I mean, he's definitely not returning. So I mean, who really cares? Probably the same. Straight like I think Ben is someone that is just like seemingly like too nice for Survivor. I don't think he really has it in him to play Survivor. I still think obviously there's a lot of like natural likability from a social perspective. Okay, what is the point of coming here if like everything is blocked? Alright, let's actually restart this. Jeremy's the person I thought was Liza from BBCan 1. They look that similar? Oh, that person is Teeny? Okay. Teeny Chirichillo? Oh, that's something. So she's from wait, what was she from? He's like, she's connected to live reality games, but how? Fuck you for voting Kenzie. I thought it was pretty obvious that he was voting Kenzie. Like, really, yeah, I'm more shocked that it wasn't unanimous than, like, yeah, why didn't Charlie get more votes? To me, it's, like, the opposite. It's like, I thought Kenzie would get more votes. I was obviously vote for Kenzie because they're both from Yanu. Like, my assumption is that he was always going to vote for Kenzie. Obviously, like, it seems like that's not really the case. But I think coming into the finale, I 100% had Q as a Kenzie vote. Like, in this situation where we would have tied, for me, the tie was going to be Charlie would get Soda, Tevin... What was it? Soda, Tevin, Maria, Venus, I believe was my 4. If we were going to get a tie. Like, I felt like the others were, like, locks for Kenzie, which obviously I was wrong about both Liz and... Well, actually, no, I thought Liz would be in... Well, no, actually, no, because in this situation it would be Ben. So, yeah, I like, both Liz and Hunter I was wrong about. But I was also wrong about, like... Well, I wasn't necessarily wrong because, actually, I didn't think it was going to be a tie. This is more so talking about in this situation where it was a tie. Dantina, I mean, not a great run for her. I mean, had some fun character moments here and there, but not really... that noble of a run. Minna Wilcox coming for Survivor 50. I doubt it, but it'd be fun. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I do like Liz. I think Liz is like a very like old school feeling character. Okay, what am I actually supposed to do in this puzzle? Like, what is there to grab? Like, I don't even see what the point of this puzzle is. How'd Charlie do in return? I would assume decent. Like, I mean, I don't think he would have that big of a target on his back. So, yeah, like, if he's on 50, like, I would actually feel pretty decent about him. I don't think he's going to be on 50, though. Is Kenzie a bottom 10 winner? Potentially. Actually, let's actually look. I guess I'll fucking look at my rankings and stuff. Charlie better up than Austin. Probably, yeah. I think he played more optimally. By the way, I got a winner pick. I forgot about that. I did have Kenzie as my winner pick. Yeah, I think Charlie probably is better than Austin. I think it's tough though because like I think Austin was in a more like secured like dominant position for a lot more of the game. than Charlie, to where like this is a much more fluid game than 45 was. Um, but I think Austin made a lot more mistakes than Charlie did. All right, let's look at my ranking. Yeah, I mean, like, I think she might have to be bottom tier because it's like looking at my tiers. So I think at best she is active under the radar, which is like out of the 9, like, so essentially like I have 9 sub tiers. This is for my upcoming winter ranking. That is tier 6. So I think at best she's there, which that group is Adam, Marianne, Gabler. I think she's worse. I think she is probably the worst New Era winner. Which is a shame because I do think she's actually a better player than both Gabler and Marianne. Like, I think Kenzie is probably like on par with someone like Erica, player-wise. But I do think when we're looking at like just the game she played on this season, I do feel like she probably has a slip to bottom tier. To where at that point it's like better or worse than Denise, better or worse than like Danny, better or worse than Sandra, Pearl Islands, better or worse than Vesepia. I mean, I think that's like kind of the ballpark. I'm not fully sure. Chance of Kenzie getting a tour stuff on 50. She's probably not on 50. Is the realistic situation, but yeah, she might be for all I know. Again, like, I mean, she's gonna be probably what, like 8 months out of having a kid. So it's like, first you have to factor in like, would she want to do it that quickly after? Also, you have to factor in like, does she even make the cut? Which I don't know if she does. Am I just supposed to go over this? Like, is this what I'm supposed I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, wait, I need to... Okay, cool. I see Q's tweet earlier. Which tweet? Probably not, though. I don't think I've seen a Q tweet today. Top 5 most likely returnees. Q is locked already. I would say Tevin is probably the second most likely. After that, I think Hunter is probably in the conversation. I think Kenzie's probably in that position. Tiffany's probably in that position. I would say the biggest locks, though, are Q and Tevin. I think those are two people I'm like 100% thinking are on 50. I think everyone else is like, they're on the fringe. Wouldn't recommend reading it out loud. Oh, wait, is this the one about his... Oh, okay, I did actually read... I did see this. I completely forgot about this. But yeah. What a tweet. Yeah. It's like, let's see, Venus beefing. Yeah, I did see that. That was funny. Which I forgot about the Empire State Building had the Survivor thing earlier for 45. Was it right? Why is Kenzie worse than Marianne Gabler? I think both of Marianne Gabler like had more solid positions in the game than Kenzie. I think actually, she's probably on par with Gabler, actually. Like, now, like, properly thinking through it, I think she is probably on par with Gabler. I do have Marianne a spot above Gabler. I still think Marianne is better. Where I think Marianne's, like, end game is stronger. Even though, again, like, even that's, like, rocky, right? Marianne is going on pre-merge. Yeah, but like she also would have been like she would have been what, the third person to vote out of that tribe. It's not like like with Kenzie, it's like we still don't fully know. I do expect Tiffany to say that she would have picked Kenzie over Q. We don't really know. Q is such a ham on social media. I think Q's just such a ham in general. I think it's tough with Kenzie because, like, the thing is, like, we just don't see a lot of her alliances in the game. And the thing is, like, I don't think there really was much of her like alliance as in more than just these one-on-one bonds. We see a lot of her one-on-one bonds, but we don't like ever see like what exactly she's thinking in the game, which is like the interesting thing about her edit. That was so much like more focused on like her as a person and like how she was connecting to other people, more so than like how she was maneuvering through the game. Where we don't really like, obviously we like hear now like in the after show and everything that, okay, there was an alliance between her, Charlie, Ben, and Liz. But even then, like, that comes together what, at the very, very end at like Final Six. Like, supposedly came together at Final Seven, but even then, like, Ben's voting for her, so I mean, whatever. Is he Peter Harkey on 47? Sure. I'm not gonna look at the brain steel right now. Kenzie admitted she never led a vote. Yeah, and that's because she didn't. I mean, like, the only time she tried to lead one was the Tiffany vote that never happened, and she ends up being actually aloof on the actual when the actual Tiffany vote does happen. I just think like Kenzie's game is just a bit tough to gauge. Where like with Marianne, it's like I do think there's a lot of like solid work in the post merge. There again, she's positioning herself pretty well. She again makes the Final Six move, which even then I think it's an overrated move by most people, but still, like, it's still a good move. She like was pretty well liked by the jury. Again, it would have been a situation where it would have been a close vote coming into Final Tribal against Mike in particular. But again, the vibe I get from this is that I don't even know if Kenzie was that well liked by this jury, which is like weird considering the storyline. But like, again, it feels like they voted more for her because like they felt like she needed the money more and she had like a better story, more so than they actually like thought, like actually like respected the game she played. Gabe was blindsided by a Dwight vote and Mackenzie was blindsided by a Tiffany vote. I think it's tough. Like, she's around that ballpark. Like, really, I feel like all those winners are like around the same. Like, I think at this point, it's like it's more so like how much agency do I give her? Where like that's really the difference between active on the radar and passive on the radar. Where passive on the radar, I feel like there's not much agency from a lot of those players in that grouping. Where I feel like active on the radar, there's obviously a lot of agency, even though it doesn't necessarily go their way all the time. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I just don't think there was much agency. And like when there was, she fails. To where like she was probably like better. What's the right phrase? Because it's not even that she was necessarily a better position than like Gabler in particular. Where like Gabler was someone that was like locked for endgame from like pretty early on. Like pretty much locked for Final 3 and then still wins at the end. Insulated, is that the right term? Maybe. But it's like she's like very like, again, like towards the end game, like we never see anybody talk about targeting Kenzie. And like that might be editing wise, but like it doesn't seem like Kenzie's ever really looked at as a threat in the game. And again, I wonder if like we'll find out that like there just was this perception that Kenzie wasn't a threat at the end. Like really, again, I think what it's gonna come down to, it's gonna come down to Extra Press. I just need to figure out a bit more on like how everyone was perceiving things. Because again, like it's strange that like the perception was that Liz was the bigger threat than Kenzie. Like that's very strange to me. Now again, like it seemed like Charlie recognized that wasn't the case, but he's pretty much the only one. Like even Liz, or not Liz, fucking even Maria, was targeting Liz over Kenzie, which is like insane. And again, I think at that point, like, it comes down to, like, what was the jury perception? Like, was it that, like, did the jury actually not think of Kenzie as that big of a threat? Like, I'm not sure. Pretty sure people were targeting Tiffany. They were considering splitting between Tiff and her. Like, but that never really happened, right? I mean, like, we obviously see, like, there was supposedly a split plan during the Venus vote, and that's why Ben got confused, because the vote was supposed to be split on Kenzie, but he just, like, forgot that that was off. Um, oh yeah, I got caught up on Quebec, well, mostly caught up on Quebec. I got to the next boot on Survivor Quebec. I also watch all of Traders Quebec, like episodes 5, 6, and 7 at 2 times speed. Which is actually like not that bad. Like I mean, like I like again, Miriam is a queen, but outside that, like kind of just whatever, it's fine. Survivor Quebec was pretty good too, though. I'm like Ben, like so. What I understand is that originally there was this split vote plan that like Q and Ben were supposed to vote for Kenzie, and they were gonna split the vote between her and Venus. But then for some reason they called it off. But then like Ben like forgot about it. I guess I don't know. Audrey is a kind of bad player. Like I mean, there seems to be like I guess she's like a very active player. But did not again the fact that she gets like taken out again like so soon afterwards is not good. I wish they showed. Yeah, okay. Stream's buffering. Okay, not buffer. There we go. Straight up, my internet has not been great today. It did die like twice today, so and I had to reset everything, so that's not great. But is a messy, domineering player, yeah. This game looks bad. This game's actually like Talos Principle 1 is very good. But again, it's gonna be tough to play this on stream. No, they didn't. Not from what I saw, at least. Like, my internet never died until today. So, maybe they're doing it today instead? I don't know.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people...
Yeah, oh yeah, I did see this. Yeah, there's, like, pitch reality show ideas, which is weird. That's the thing they're doing. So, is there... Oh, did I get that one already? I'm so confused. Was I just an idiot and I already got that one, just forgot? Whatever. I have people voting for who needs the money. Again, you're able to, like, you're allowed to vote for whoever you want to fucking vote for. I don't really, like, have an issue with it. When it comes to, like, again, like, does Kenzie deserve it or not? It's like, whatever. Again, like, she got the votes. Again, would I vote that way? No.
Do not be afraid of these dream figures.
But I don't hold it against them for voting for who they wanted to vote for. Again, they're just like they're allowed to do so. I think it's very strange to see that in the modern day. Again, that's not what you would expect to see nowadays. Okay, which one is it then? It's the other one. I did not see Marianne's tweet. Oh, that was so fucking weird. They had which I saw it this morning first. And, like, when I saw it, I was like, what are we doing? Like, why is the one... Okay, what the fuck? There we go. Is the one to promote, Quiet Place? Okay, that's not gonna work. Wait, what's the controls? Cool. I mean, like, Audrey, I think I had it, like, 5th or something on the player ranking. Or the power ranking. I don't remember. Like, I think Marilou's still won. I haven't seen the reaction to the Audrey boot yet. That might change things. But, no, game? Wait, okay, cool. There we go. Is Dia locked for 50? I mean, it's seeming more and more likely at this point. Again, like, she literally got to do an ad for the show. So, yeah, it's kind of looking good for her. And obviously it was on fire. Okay, that doesn't work. You have Cassandra one. I just feel like, did she get that much credit for the vote? I feel like that was my big thing, Cassandra, is that I'm like, I feel like she's not getting that much credit for what's currently happening. So if that was the case, then I would have her higher. But I'm like, she seems to kind of just be there while these things are happening. D's not doing US versus AU. Yeah, Andre dropped for sure. This is the Marianne tweet. But we have our first white New Era winner. Diversity's been lacking. I forgot, Gabler isn't, like, people are saying Gabler isn't fully white, right? He's always looked at Gabler's white, but Twitter beef, we didn't know we needed Venus in the Emperor State Building. Yeah, Gabler is white. Like, I mean, he's still white, but, like, not fully white, right? Yeah, like, so is the joke about, like, Gabler doesn't count? Or is it just, like, the diversity part of it? I feel pretty confident Gabler's, like, mostly white. Who I think will be the biggest surprise snub? Probably Shan. For most people. Like, it depends on who you're expecting to be on. Yeah, the joke is just they don't like Gabler. Okay, yeah. 3 podcasters, 1 radio host. It's really, like, so there's, like, a lot of, like, people with, like, communication related, I guess not job, because, like, I guess, like, some of the podcast hosts aren't, like, just podcast hosts, but, okay, what am I supposed to do here? Mackenzie and Gabler have the same winning games. I don't think they have the same winning games. Like, I think Gabler, I don't know, it's tough. Like, it's very tough to, like, say who's better than who without, like, the context, because I think there's, like, arguments for both. And, like, I think the tough thing about Gabler is that, like, Gabler was very well positioned throughout a lot of the end game. It's like, throughout the entire post-merge phase of the game, outside the Dwight vote, he's pretty much on the end of everything. He is never in danger, like, ever, in the post-merge. And, like, pre-merge is rocky, but again, we're still not, like, 100% solidifying what exactly would have happened there. Lack win equity, 100% against, yeah, like, because, yeah, like, the only people he beats is Cassidy and Gabler, or Cassidy and Owen, fuck me. The thing is, we don't know about Kenzie yet, which is, like, the thing that I'm, like, hazy on the Kenzie thing. Because, like, I feel like I would need to know, like, Kenzie's win equity a bit better. Because I think the tough thing about Kenzie is, again, yeah, like, she just, like, never really leads a vote. To where, like, the edit gives her credit for things. But I feel like she never, like, is the one actually driving anything in the game. So, like, again, like, even though Gabler, again, you can question, like, the Ellie move. Like, at least he is, like, the person who actually makes the Ellie move, like, kind of. I mean, I guess, to be fair, you can also credit a lot of that to Ellie's own sloppy play, and there's a lot of, like Jesse and Cody talking to, like, James and them that got that to go through, too. Okay, what am I actually supposed to be doing here? Like, what am I supposed to be picking up to put there? At least Gabler made strides to get his final 3. And yeah, that's the thing. I think Gabler's game is a lot more intentional. I think is my read on it. Like, I think Gabler knew the final 3 that he would have the best chance at, and actively tried to get to that final 3 more than, like, Kenzie. Where I think Kenzie had a kind of a misread on the end game, and, like, thought that she would like, had a better chance against Charlie than Liz, which is a pretty big misread. I guess she wins anyway, but yeah, also the fact that, like, Gabler, oh, I didn't know you could run. It still doesn't work. Cool. If I mine heart too, I could solve anything, sure. Season the second worst new era season for you. I still think it's a solid new era season. I will say, I think for me, 45 is definitely better. I think 41 is probably still better for me. I think this is like in debate with 42. I currently lean towards this over 42. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Gabler won handily, where, like, Kenzie barely wins at the end. What am I, like, supposed to be doing? This is the iconic things. I think 42 has some iconic things, but I think 46 here is probably one of the funniest seasons of Survivor. Like, I watched, like, so many clips from the season, like, over and over again. So really, obviously, like, a lot of what Q is doing. I personally like Ben as a character. Obviously, Liz is great as a character. I think the issue for me is I do feel like a lot of the main, like, narrators, or one of the bigger, like, narrators of the season, were not as interesting to me. Like, Charlie, to me, is really bland. And I really don't understand why people like Charlie as much as they do. Like, from a TV front, yeah, he's like a good, like, strategic narrator and everything. I think he's like a complete game bot, though. Like, he's pretty much like as by the numbers game bot as he could be. Where, like, even like the Taylor Swift of all, people talk about, like, oh my god, he has so much depth, the Taylor Swift thing. It's like, that's the most one-dimensional shit that could be. Like that's like so one note in his as a character, which also, by the way, I think that was also a sign that, yeah, like, he's not particularly loved by the jury. The fact that, like, Tiffany literally starts off the Final Tribal by saying, we don't want to hear about Taylor Swift lyrics. And just like, oh yeah, Final Tribal's done. But yeah, it ended up being closer than I thought. If Q played Charlie's game, we would have had 100 confessionals, probably. I don't mind what Tiffany did. I think, again, if you're on the jury, you want Kenzie to win. I have no issue with how she handled things. Perfect. That was quick. Tiffany was mother for that, sure. That's a new final immunity challenge. It's not great. Anyway, I'm trying to. There we go. But yeah, like, it's fine. Like, we've seen it before, like a version of it. It's not like an entirely unique idea. I don't love it as a final immunity challenge. I do think it's like kind of lackluster. But to be fair, so is a lot of the other recent final immunity challenges. So whatever. I mean, like, again, it's not as bad as or not as bad, not as good as like Australian Survivor ones, obviously. But it's not like, that's not the worst challenge in the world. It's just that, again, I don't think it's a great one for the final one necessarily. Yeah, they did MLH X. I mean, a lot of international versions have done this challenge, and yeah, Big Brother has had very similar challenges to this, obviously, where like the spin around, and then like it allows you to do the puzzle for a certain amount of time. It's like, we've seen this type of challenge a lot, so it's not like entirely unique. At least it wasn't Samotion. Yeah, again, fully was expecting Samotion. I really both for this cycle, both final immunity challenges were different, were new. Again, not unique, but at least were new. Where again, this one was essentially the Millennium Gen X challenge mixed with the Nicaragua like Plinko challenge that was there. Is like kind of a mix of those two. Where last season it was what, like a mix of like the that domino challenge, right, where you step over the cage thing, and then also Operation whatever build, I forgot what the other term is, where you have to like stack the bowls. Um, what even was? Yeah, the one that Jake broke. Which yeah, was a fun moment. Do I think Ghislaine can win? I think he can. He's not like particularly high on my board right now, but like he's definitely possible as a winner. What am I supposed to be doing? Like, what is there for me? Oh, wait. Let's just go back out. So, like, red is still available. So, we'll try red. I thought I was watching Big Brother, Liz, getting Kenzie's playing. That was pretty insane, actually. To see, like, Liz just completely drop everything and be allowed to do that. Like, I'm a little bit surprised they allowed that. Especially, like, I'm not surprised they allowed Liz to go back and help her. I'm surprised that they allowed Liz to bring the plank, though. Where I feel like a lot of the rulings in the past for Survivor challenges has been that, like, you're allowed to help each other as long as you don't touch, like, the other person's stuff. To where, like, I feel like with Liz, I feel like the call should have been that she's allowed to go back and, like, count the holes in the thing, but she's not allowed to, like, actually bring it to Kenzie. I feel like that was, like, a little bit too far for me. But also, like, I don't really care that much. I still think it made for, like, a good TV moment. Ghislaine says if he doesn't win immunity, he's voted out, ends up not winning immunity and still starts around. And that's not really anything, though. Like, that's not really something to, like, detract from you. Considering it's like, kind of the... like because it's like undermining, but like kind of in the opposite way, where like typically undermining is like, oh, you're saying something's going to go well and then it doesn't go well. This is like the opposite. That's like him saying that, oh, this is going to go bad, but it actually goes well, which is like not as bad of undermining. Charlie for 50? I hope not. I would not be that shocked. I don't think he's a top contender though. But I don't need it though. I'm good. I don't personally find Charlie to be that good of TV. I do not need to see Charlie ever play again. Do I think Marilyn and Florence made the right call flipping on Audrey? Probably not. I think, like, maybe... I think they maybe did it one round too early, but also it's like if they waited another round, then maybe she would have caught on, right? And would have tried to do the same, so... I think I would not have made that move, at least. Okay, so that does that. I assume this is the D one. Oh, this is the Phaedra one. Which is also really random. They're getting Phaedra and Alan Cummings, where it's like, I guess like to them Phaedra really like is the like full star of that season then. The Charlie Davis Revenge Tour, I think it'll be exactly the same though. Like if Charlie plays again, he's 100% just playing the same, right? He's definitely not changing anything. Feel Andre's gonna be taken out soon. Maybe? I can see where Andre's like is like losing finalists at this point though. Carla was liked all season and hated for her jury vote. Maria was hated all season and liked for her jury vote. Kind of. I've seen some people like being very anti Maria though for voting Kenzie. I think it goes both ways. Does this work doing this? No. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You're fine if he doesn't play again, yeah. Like, I think for 50, it's like, just considering like how limited the field is, I do not need to see Charlie on it. I would not be like upset if Charlie plays again, though. Like, I'll be like, whatever. But like, I just feel like for 50, it's kind of like, oh. I just don't think we need it for 50. I think there's just better people. Red's anti Maria. That's not shocking. I put Audrey at like 5th or something of the boots so far. Maria was mad that Charlie played better. Maybe. But yeah, like I think also like I thought Maria was always voting Kenzie by the time we got to it. Coming into the finale, I definitely thought she was voting Charlie. When we actually watched the finale and like saw that like okay, Kenzie beat her in the challenge and everything, I was like, oh, I think Maria's voting Kenzie. Sorry, I was not shocked that Maria voting for Kenzie by the time it happened. Again, I was more so shocked that Kenzie can get more votes. Where I genuinely thought it was going to be a shutout. I thought it was going to be literally like 8-0. Just on this podcast, the Ben was voting Charlie. That would not shock me, considering obviously he picked Charlie over Kenzie at the actual Final Four. Which again just makes the entire storyline weird. It's like, what was the point? Like, obviously I get, like, there's still a point, but like, it's just very strange, like, how hammered in that was of like, see, this is like showing why Kenzie is like such a great social player and everything. When it's like, but it doesn't like lead to anything for the person that she's doing it with. Like, it's very strange. What do I want to do here? Is there anything to do here? Kenzie's good at fire making. I mean, that is kind of a thing. I mean, like, very. By the way, also, I found it so funny, the editing of it, of like it just felt so manufactured in how like, okay, she like can't make a fire at all until like she has this like moment where she's like, oh come on, whatever, and then like all of a sudden like, oh, she just makes a fire like immediately after that. I do wonder how long that fire. Like how long that fire challenge was, because I get the sense that that took a while. Wait, what does this do again? I don't. Wait, so that turns off the. No, that doesn't turn off the laser. Season peak with Applebee's? Probably, yeah. I haven't really talked about like where the season lands in the grand scheme of things. I'm very conflicted. Where it's like, I feel like, yeah, it's a very funny season. It's one of the funny seasons of the show. We had like a really good like few episodes in the middle. Like I thought the Split Tribal episode was pretty good. The Tevin Boot episode obviously is an all-time great. The Hunter Boot episode was very good. Tiffany episode was like fine, but had the Applebee's Liz stuff. After, I think it was just like fine. It was just largely fine. And I thought the finale was like kind of lackluster here. I did not love this finale. To where, considering that, and also the pre-merge wasn't great, though I think the pre-merge will probably age pretty well. Like if I were to guess, I would say the pre-merge is probably going to be that doesn't do anything. It's probably going to be better on the rewatch. Season's a definition or middle tier. Yeah, I think it is like a middle tier season. Again, probably a spot above 42. Well, actually, let's look at the winner ranking or the season ranking. I will be recording the season and winner rankings somewhat soon. Not immediately. I still need to get caught up on Challenge All-Stars, but after Challenge All-Stars, that will be the next thing. Okay, so I have 42 above Vanuatu, below Marquesas. I might drop 42 a little bit. Below Vanuatu, at least. Like, is 46 better or worse than Amazon? I think that's a little bit difficult. Which really, Amazon, Marquesas, and I guess now Vanna Watch are kind of like together. Like, that's kind of a solid blocking. So for me, it's like better or worse than those three. After that, better or worse than Edge. I think my initial instinct is better, but I don't know. 41-45 pre-merge for best new era? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would agree with that. Only an hour in a stream? I guess so. Pre-merge is better, post-merge is worse. For Amazon? I would maybe agree. I don't know. I mean, like, I would definitely agree that post-merge is worse. Pre-merge, I'm like, is it? I don't know. Yeah, No Suspense at 5 was... Like, I mean, like, what could they have really done, though? Like, even what they did do, I felt like was, like, super manufactured of, like, actually trying to make it seem like Ben was going home, which was, like, never happening. So, I don't know. Okay, that turns that one on. What else would I be able to do? Oh, wait, there's an area back here. Plan for next month? Just work on shit. I'm working on the All Stars 4 review. My plan is to get caught up on that. Along the way, so like tomorrow, pretty much you'll be get the 46 review written and probably record it by the end of the night, and also maybe player ranking. Edit them on Friday, get both of them done on Friday, hopefully. After that, work on the All Stars 4 review, which shouldn't take too long. I would say like maybe a week at most to get caught up on that. After that, though, it's, well, like, during All Stars 4, I think I'm going to wrap up a lot of the like videos I've mostly done already that I just needed 46 for, which were favorite tribal councils of every season, history of DVD covers, and worst episode from every season. Those should be done pretty quickly. Which that means, like, again, if you remember, those will be available probably within a week from now, I would say. Now obviously okay, cool, hit the mic, fuck me. And also the review will obviously be there probably like, I don't know, 12 hours before it comes out. The player ranking will be there a few days before it comes out. After that, I think it's like the winner ranking will be sometime within the next few weeks. The Survivor winner ranking. Season ranking will probably be sometime within the next month. But outside that, it's really just like work on things chronologically of when they're going to come out. I need to watch The Genius also. I need to watch Black Garnet eventually. Yeah, 47 logo looks really good from what I saw. I haven't seen the I don't know if they've released the like still image of it yet. But I did really like actually, I don't know. I'm seeing the like actual logo. I'm actually disappointed. I thought it was going to be all green. I'm disappointed at the coloring. Like, it's fine. I do like the, obviously, like, so motif's gonna be bats and stuff. There's skulls, I don't mind that. The outer rim looks very familiar. I'm trying to remember which season it was. Was it David versus Goliath? Is that what I'm thinking of? No, that's not that one. Actually, not really. Anyway, I'm kind of disappointed by the coloring. I wish it was all green. I think green would have been a better color for it. But anyway, I think Axel's probably more set up than the other guy. Inside reminds you of Australia. Yeah, to me too. It's like kind of a mix of Australia and like the top reminds me of Australia. The bottom is like I don't know what season is that. Is it 40? No, 41 had the storm. But anyway, yeah. I mean, like, definitely feels somewhat similar to previous ones. Oh, I forgot about that. I watched all of Gen V. I forgot about that. I binged it all on Monday, which yeah, it's good. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I liked it as much as The Boys, from what I remember of it at least. But I still enjoyed the show. 45s, maybe was it 45s? Maybe. These cowards are allergic to green despite being surrounded by green. Sure. Who the fuck takes Survivor this seriously? What is this? Yeah, like again, like this logo. Uh, like if it was this logo, because this is what I assumed it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be this like green. Well, I guess the green is like just moss on it, isn't it? Anyway, like I thought it would be like more colorized like this. Like obviously not exactly, but I thought it would be. I think this like style of coloring would be better. I look at my season ranking. I believe it's going to land in the low 20s. Yeah, my guess was well, like mid 20s was where I think I was landing at. Yeah, maybe it is Fiji. Trying to find my season ranking again. Yeah, where was I gonna have it? Yeah, it's probably gonna land like, yeah, mid 20s. There's a shot it's like, yeah, like 28, 27, somewhere in there. But I think more than likely it'll land like somewhere around like 25 or something. I think I should move 44 down. I don't know. I have 44 at 37 right now. I think the more and more I think about 44, the more like lower and lower I'm on 44. Even though I just rewatched it and like I was fine with it. Like it's not like a terrible season to rewatch, but I just think like when I actually think about the season, I'm like, this season's just so bland. Like it obviously has like these great characters in Jam Jam and Carolyn, but outside of that, the season's just so boring. Favorite Gen V characters? I forgot their fucking names already. The girl that can grow and shrink. I think Emma, right? That's her name. I think she was really good. The one that can shift genders or sexes. That person, Jordan, right? I think it's the name of the character. Yeah, they were really good. I like the plate of the main character. You wish you were Jordan? Magic frontrunner for presidential election? What does that even mean? Vanuatu basically has the same skulls in the logo. I know it has skulls. Is it the exact same? Let's see. I should definitely do the logo ranking. Like that would be so funny to actually like properly do a logo ranking. I can't wait to see people say that, oh my god, he's like fully run out of ideas. Even though that's like something I've been wanting to do for forever. Yeah, actually it is very reminiscent to the Vanuatu skulls. Fiji also has skulls, right? Yeah. So it is reminiscent to that. What was the one I was thinking of that had like the swirly water? Well, I guess there's like multiple, really. Well, obviously like OG does. But also like Marquesas and like Amazon kind of have it. Just not as like fully colorized. Blood vs. Water kind of has it. Ghost Island has it, which is kind of weird. Anyway, Divers Goliath 43 best logo. I love the 43 logo. I don't know if it would actually be my number one, but I do love the 43 logo. But Divers Goliath is also very good. I think Divers Goliath is like one of the few like logos around that time that actually like fits within its theme. I guess actually, to be fair, Edge of Extinction and Ghost Island also do. Um, but you have like HHH, which like that logo has like no relevance to anything. Game Changers, same thing. How do you really do a Game Changer? But Millennium X has no relevance to anything. Worlds Apart has no relevance to anything. I don't know. It's like I feel like Difference Goliath is that one that actually like perfectly fits the season. Just Still Being Bitter. What was this? Not My President. I should just say well played, Kenzie. So that's something. I love the 43 logo. Basically, suppose they gave it doesn't. Again, like that was the logo on that filming. Where like Jeff revealed this on Pod Podcasts. That like it's like the people that are on the logos are like production crew people. It definitely is like having to be that way, right? So like outside of obviously Heroes and Villains, they're all just like production crew people. Like obviously I know it's a joke, but still. I have 41, 42, 43, and you're 40, 24 to 40, 24 to 26. I think 40, like for me, 41's better than 42 and 43. And also I think 43 is not that great. And also, if only they cared enough to put Cassidy on the logo, is also a thing. I just realized something. No, this definitely won't work, right? It won't let me take the thing, right? This will block it, right? Yeah. I love how, like, I've been here for, like, over an hour, and I've only solved, like, 3 puzzles so far. Just finished up the finale. I mean, what'd you think? I thought it was very mid, and nothing played out the way I thought it was going to be. I think Rob was blindsided by Winner's Award. You know he's fucked. I don't think he was like blindsided, but I think he like suspected something was off. But I don't think it's a situation where like he fully knew what was going to happen. Is it something related to that? No, that won't work, right? Fuck, what am I supposed to be doing here? Can I make you mod? No. Cassie is your queen. 8 bad mother? Sure. Benwing Final Immunity. Oh, Benwing Final Immunity is probably the most shocked I was the entire episode. Like, Benwing Final Immunity, like, blew my mind. Like, I genuinely never once thought for a single second that Ben was winning Final Immunity. And, like, that was the only point in this entire season that I was, like, questioning, like not entire finale, that I was questioning, like, oh, is Kenzie gonna lose, maybe? Like, could there be a shot? Drew said mean-spirited finale. Or mean-spirited jury. I can see it. I mean, like, again, like, the way that Tiffany acted around Charlie and Ben wasn't great. The way, I don't know, like, Q, and the fact that we got, like, an actual argument between Q and Tiffany, was pretty insane there. Yeah, I thought it was that. Very weird editing for the finale. For Kenzie just got, like, very minimal content. Mind you, the content that she got was good. Like, her confessional at the reward of Ben was good. She also had another one that was good along the way. But, like, she got good content, but, still very like minimal content for someone that goes on to win. Just finished season 4 Breaking Bad. That seems really random that you just did that, but I would assume you liked it. Surprised at how good Soda's question was. What was Soda's question? I actually don't even remember. Oh, it was like she like laid out like what she thought of them and said, "How can you prove me wrong?" or whatever. That was fine. I generally don't get what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, what am I missing? Like, I don't get what I'm missing here. I've never once thought about ranking the sets. Maybe because I don't care that much about the set. Like, I've never like actually cared about the sets. Towards like, it's not like the logos where like I've actually like bothered to look a lot at the logos. Like, I've never actually really cared enough to like look at the sets properly. I feel like Kenzie has the worst game in the new era. Yeah, I agree, but I think it's weird when like trying to rank them. Like, I think on paper I agree for sure. Like, I think I'm the least impressed by Kenzie's win from a like game perspective. But then like when talking it through, I do feel like it's like not that far apart from like Gabler and Marianne. Yeah, Liz didn't get to ask one, or at least it didn't make the cut, obviously. 46 is another great season of mediocre winner. I would say it's an okay season. With a, like, I think a very good winner storyline wise. I think a mediocre one gameplay wise. Do you think your winning game is shit? I mean, I don't think it's great. I don't know if shit is necessarily a term I would use, but I do wish she had a lot more like what again. One, I just wish she had more like endgame potential. I'm like very disappointed that she didn't have this like unbeatable like jury prospects that I was expecting. Yeah, Gabler and Marion have higher highs than Kenzie. I think Kenzie, like, to a degree, like pre-merge, okay, so, like, when it comes to Kenzie, it's, like, I think there is, like, obviously, like, things to praise in terms of that, like, she survives to the final 3 of her tribe. I think it's likely she survives to the final 2 of her tribe. Though, obviously, that's not really confirmed. Like, I do think, like, she tried to take credit for the Tim move on the episode. Yeah, I feel like that's one where, yeah, she got her way. I don't know how much she did to get her way, though. Where, like, I feel like that's, like, one of the only points where, like, that's something that she can at least take some credit for, but I still don't know how much of that, like, actually properly played a factor. Again, what am I missing here? Like, what is there to do? Kenzie, I think has a good game most times. Yeah, I think Kenzie's a good player. I think is the thing. I think Kenzie, if she were to play like on multiple appearances, like out of the new era winners, really, I think. Is she the best player of the new era outside of, like, maybe Jam Jam? Oh, and D. I forgot about D for a second. No, D is better, obviously. D is number 1. Then it's probably Jam Jam. I would say Kenzie or Erica. I probably have more faith in Kenzie, I think, than Erica. Banu's not 18, but Banu is very low. Jam Jam would not do well again. Are you high? I think Jam Jam would do very well again. I don't know if he would win, I think is the thing. I think Jam Jam would do very well in pretty much any time he plays, though. I think he, like, is pretty much locked for merge almost every time he plays. I think most times though he's like this massive target by the time of the merge. So I think he gets very fortunate that he like comes into 44's merge like really down in the numbers. To where like no one like looked at him as that threatening because of that. And also I think he's very fortunate to have Carson there, which I think Carson definitely helped him a lot. Erica really 90 minutes? No, I don't know if she would like. She would be more on the show for sure. I don't think she would be that much more on the show. I think what they did with Erica was intentional. I don't think they liked Erica. I don't think they wanted to show her that much. Like I don't think for them, I don't think it was like a lack of screen time. I just think they just genuinely didn't want to show Erica that much. I'll see you later, biggest party. Jim never does well without someone like Carson the camera through again. I think he very rarely wins without someone like Carson, because I do think he very much needs this like strategic player to like guide him in that aspect. I think he is still like an extremely gifted social player. It's not Peter. Is this not Peter Harkey? Who is this? No, this isn't Peter Harkey at all. Like this looks nothing like Peter Harkey. I'll never forget her describing Shan as a baby with a machine gun. Yeah, I mean that is a great quote. Yeah, it's like all winners can be extremely nitpicked. Like really, and that's why like I feel like that's part of the reason why some people get upset at me is that I do call out a lot of like the bad things about a lot of people's games, because I feel like really everyone's game, like most games are extremely flawed. I think outside of Kim, it's like every like game I've like a massive issue with. Where it's like, well, I have Rob at 2. Rob is someone that like struggles to win a jury vote in like most situations. And actually, I probably don't have as many flaws as like Tony in Winners at War. There's still flaws to be had for sure, but like nothing like major there. Because I think like all the flaws that come with Tony and 40 are things that stem from how unlucky he gets from the edge being a thing. I guess you could also like talk about pre-game stuff, which obviously there's some benefit for him there, but I don't really care personally. Someone named TK, thank God. That's why I think Jam Jam's a bad winner, because you need people to care. That's dumb if you think that that he's a bad winner just because of that. But like I think most winners are like really. I don't even think most winners are that good strategically. It is really a thing. Redmond dropped the final name for the night. Is this Liza? What are we talking about? I mean, I don't even think it's a question for me. D is definitely better than Kenzie. What we're talking about, D was one of the more chaotic people on a stable, boring cast. I wouldn't agree with that at all. I think D was actually an extremely stable player. I think my issue with her is that she's too stable of a player. Liza from BB Can 1? Not at all. I don't know where the fuck you're seeing Liza from BB Can 1 from this person. This looks nothing like Liza from BB Can 1. If any, I think this looks more like Sarah Wade than does like Liza from BB Can 1. But yeah, like my biggest issues with like Dee's game is that she's too loyal to her people. I mean, yeah, but that's still not like, again, there were definitely more chaotic players out there than like D. Because like also like the D wanted to target like Sifu and J Maya. It's like that's also what like the other Rebas wanted to do. Which like I get why they want to do it. They wanted to like lessen Reba numbers so that they're not a target. But I still think it is the move to make in the spot that they were at. Tony won 4 years ago? Yeah, that is a thing. That is insane. Um, how's she look like Sarah Wade? How's she fucking look like Liza? Like, I feel like there's almost nothing, like, similar to Liza. I feel like a completely different facial structure. Like, hair's not even entirely, like, that similar. Yeah, decent confession. She has 2 number ones. Great winner, loyal to full. Like, D is someone that, like, I think is, like very, like, skilled socially. I think is a very, like, strategically active player, even though not that good strategically in reality. But I think she is, like, a... what's the right term? Because it's not really, like, cutthroat. Because it's not like... Because, again, like, she's not really willing to take out her allies, but she's willing to, like, undermine her allies. I mean, numbers to take out Emily. By that, you mean getting Julie. Because that was literally it. But yeah, I mean, again, that's the big pro. Like, she's able to, like, undermine Austin by, like, keeping Julie in the game. But also, like, part of that is also her, like, loyalty to Julie, though. Okay, wait. Where am I? Oh, here. Okay, I have no clue what I'm doing in the game at this point. I've literally been stumbling around for forever. D is territorial? Yeah. Cutthroat outside of her core group, yeah. 45 cast was so bad, especially Katura. It was an evil real majority. Kinda, yeah. Like, I think the disappointing thing about Katura too is that, like, she had a shot at, like, dismantling it and then just, like, didn't really take it. Then obviously, like, completely fumbled the bag at Final 5. Taking out Drew benefits from most? Yes. Katura, worst casting choices throughout history? Fuck you. No. I think Katura is, like, one of my favorite characters of 45. And I do very much expect Katura to be in the running for 50. How? Katura's fucking great. That's what's great about her, is that she bitched about Bruce. If she's on 50, you're done with the show. I mean, prepare to be done with the show. I mean, she's definitely in the running. Yeah, every moment of her bitching was amazing. And yeah, I think she is an underrated player as well. I think the issue is that she waited, like, I think a too long. Not even, actually, that's not even really the right phrase. Like, because it's not like she waited too long, but, like, I think it's like the... Okay, like, she obviously misplaced the Final 5. She should have gotten rid of D. Even then, though, I think there's an aspect of her waiting too long, because I do think she needs to get to the end against, like, better competition. I think, like, her taking out Bruce, I think, is probably, like, my big thing. I think that was the point where she kind of lost the game, was taking out Bruce. Where really, I think, like, again, like, I think part of that is because of her own hatred of Bruce, which is not great. But, like, I think the final 8 round is probably the point where she should have made the move. Gotten rid of Julie at 8. Which, again, even that, like, you would need Emily on board, which Emily didn't seem to be on board for whatever reason, which is also dumb on Emily. But I think if you get Julie out at 8, that would allow you to... you would have majority, right? Because it would be Bruce, Emily, Katura, Jake. Again, take out D, take out Austin. Actually, do you just ride it to the 4 with them? The issue is that you need Emily out as well. Katura's racist for voting Bruce out? Sure. Yeah, like, she purposely enabled the Reba 4. Because she knew that they were going to turn against each other. I think the issue is, I think she waited too long. Because, like, the thing is, like, she can't beat most of the Reba 4. The only person she can possibly beat is Drew, and even then, I don't think so. Like, I think she needs to take the shot at the Reba 4 before they get the majority. Like, I think her working alongside them with, like, the Kelly vote, the, again, voting out Kendra even was, like, fine. But I think by the time the Bruce vote, I think is when she should have done something. I the worst opinion. I think you again. If you think that fucking Brad Reese is coming back for Survivor 50, I think you're fucking insane. I mean, I don't know if Katura's a better character. I think Katura's a more notable character, for sure. I think people remember Katura more than they remember Brad Reese. Like, I legitimately think if you show most Survivor fans a picture of Brad Reese at this point, they don't know who the fuck that person is. I remember Brad Reese. Miriam for 50? Why not? That'll be fine. Does she know English? Hopefully she does. I legitimately haven't done a single puzzle in like an hour at this point. Like, this is still the prologue of the game. Kenny from Gabon needs to come back. It's not happening at this point, but yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I also don't need it though. I'll be like, it's fine. But I'll be excited if he did come back though. This is why CBS should let you cast 50. I think this is exactly why CBS should not let you cast 50. Like, if you think Brad Reese is good for the like coming back for 50 is good for the show, then like I don't know what to tell you. I think Brad Reese is a great character. I think it would be like a fun character to see back, but it's also like not good for ratings. Like, I don't think anyone's like excited to see Brad Reese back on Survivor and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna watch Survivor 50 because fucking Brad Reese is here. He's still sponsored by Team Liquid, is he? I don't know. Is he top 5? That seems high, but also, like, it's not that improbable. I think Charlie's runner-up game is very, very good. Like, for a runner-up, again, he comes, like, so close to winning. 5-3 vote. Seemed to switch over votes at Final Tribal. Obviously, like, was very well positioned through a lot of the game. Like, really, I think he's, like, game... Like, up until him taking, like, switching on Maria, I think his game is very similar to Gavin up to that point. Which, again, like, I'm higher on Gavin now than what I used to be. But it's like like solid upper middle tier sort of player. I think once he flips on Maria and positions himself following that, I think that's like what really escalates him a bit. And now that he like almost won as well, yeah, I think he is like pretty close. Like, he's definitely top 10 runner up. I think. I don't remember where I have Austin either, but okay, he's probably a little bit above Austin. Which Austin is also very high. What's Ben's winning path in 46? I don't think he had one. Okay, we'll have the, like, again, we need extra press and everything, but, like, the sense I get, I don't think Ben wins against anybody. Again, against any final 3, I should clarify. I think, again, I think he's more likely to win against Liz. I think his best situation, yeah, is, like, Liz and Venus. That might be one where he wins. I think Q wins the Q final 3. Like, listening to Exit Press and everything, I get the sense that I think Q had more of a shot than what we think. However, I do think it would have been a very close vote. Like, the sense I get is I think if Q gets to the end, I think he gets, like, Soda and Tevin. I think he could very probably get Hunter in certain situations. I don't think he's ever getting Tiffany. I don't think he's ever getting, like, Kenzie. I don't think he's ever getting Liz. But then, like, Maria, I think, is very likely voting for him. He could get Charlie, theoretically. He can get Tiffany. I don't think he can. Again, looking at... literally, we're fighting at Final Tribal. Like, I think there's almost no way that Tiffany would actually vote for him by the end. Like, and if there is, it would be, like, more of this, like, pro-Yanu sentiment than, like, anything Q actively did right in his jury management with Tiffany. Well, actually, this is the interesting thing about Ben, actually. That we... So, again, there were interviews with the players that came out today, this morning. And it turns out that, like, Ben, supposedly, actually had a deal with Q the entire time. and he was like faking how much he hated Q. Like that was all like kind of a plot from like them, where like they were like kind of in cahoots. Which is like interesting. Which like I think for sure Ben was still annoyed at Q. But it does seem like Ben like at least claims to have like some more like you know, like at least was like doing something there, and how he like manages his relationship with Q. I mean, also as far as like it's high on the spin-off ranking. Again, that's not saying much because like challenge spin-offs are like a lot of them are not great, but like it's probably like at least 3. Yeah, Charlie always got his way for Maria. At least that's the way the edit shows it, at least. Which actually, to be fair, I don't know if that's even like that much of a reality. At least like with the gem vote off, where like that gets portrayed to us as like, oh, Maria doesn't want to do it, but Charlie wants to do it, and Charlie gets his way. When like I believe like the sense I get from Exit Press is that now Maria was also like fully on board with that too. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think Ben is number 2. No one for 46 will be on 50. You're completely wrong. I think Ben's 4. I think his win equity is just too much. Like, it's too damning for me to put him that much higher. Especially when, like, he himself can't even claim to a single move on the season. Like, I still think, again, I'm still going to credit him for, like, again, he's in the majority for a lot of the post-merge phase of the game. Even early on, it seemed like he was, again, aligned with Tim, and again, they get their way. But I think, for me, also, the extremely damning thing is Final Four. I think the Final Four, him targeting Liz at Final Four, I think that's kind of also like game over for me. It's just I don't think I could justify putting Ben higher than 4 when like he wants to take Liz out, when like Liz is like one of the only people he can possibly beat. Yeah, very. I talked about a lot at the beginning of the stream, but I am very interested in seeing how Aisha does. Like Ben in the finale, was he that fun in the finale? I feel like fun's not the way I would phrase Ben in this finale. I like Ben throughout the season. I think he's had fun moments throughout the season. I would not say he was fun in the finale. Like I think in the finale, wait, really? People really think that was Liza? I really don't get it. Like it doesn't look like Liza at all to me. Again, Liza has like a much more like narrow face. Like it doesn't look like Liza at all to me. Talking about Liza from BB Can 1. Am I smoking crack when making my player rankings? No, I've never smoked crack before. Asia do the traders? I don't believe so. I don't think she was on traders, right? Traders RHP. She bulked up. It's not even like the like weight. It's literally just the facial structure of her face is like radically different. The RHP traders changed my view of Corey's player. Not really. I think it's about what I expected. And like I've seen Corey play other things since then too. Like I've seen him play Blood on the Clock Tower and all that stuff. It's about what I expected from Corey. That doesn't work. I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing these puzzles. How have I not been able to solve a single one since I've gotten to this section? I'm never gonna play Roblox in my entire life. Yeah, I watched the Goose Goose Duck games, which are fun. Yeah, I've watched a lot of the Goose Goose Duck games. I'm very far behind though. Like usually that's like the thing I watch like before I go to sleep. Like if I struggle going to sleep, I'll watch like a few games of Goose Goose Duck until I get tired. Um, but I've been very much following the Blood and the Clock Tower games with Dwight, which have been really really good. Like those have been really fun. And also like really interesting to watch too, because like there's definitely a lot of like reality TV parallels, even in just how like watching from Dwight's perspective, the storyteller. I think it's like really interesting to see like the game design of it all. Um, oh, 100%. That's I thought this before. Like I would love to see Dwight play again. Because I think there's a lot like again, like Dwight just has a lot of like really fun like chaotic energy. And same thing with Omer as well. Omer is like an insane presence on the Goose Goose Duck games. Um, that is not Liza. It's definitely not Liza. And if it was Liza, like it would be known it was Liza at this point. Play Goose Goose Duck. I mean, like there's like a billion. Like Dwight himself streams. Which I haven't watched Dwight's perspective of Goose Goose Duck. I mostly watched Taryn or Puya's. But yeah, that's Dwight's Twitch channel. But that's where you can watch his Blood and Clock Tower stuff as well. I watched Taryn. Yeah, I mostly watch Taryn. There's points where I'll watch Puya. Not regularly anymore though. I do mostly stick. Like I stick with Taryn for Goose Goose Duck. I watch Puya for Blood in the Clock Tower. Where I think Puya is a lot more fun to watch on Blood in the Clock Tower. Where I'll be honest, like I find Taryn kind of boring when playing Blood in the Clock Tower. Where I feel like Puya has a lot more fun with it. Like if he's not high at least, like he was during the 420 stream. But I also find like watching Dwight's perspective also really interesting. Okay, that doesn't work either. Yeah, Blood in the Clock Tower, like I just think like Taryn's just like because like I don't know, he just doesn't do much. Like he's just kind of like because like he's not like obviously he's not as like extrovert of a personality. So like he's not really like interacting much outside of like when the game is actually occurring. So it's like in the middle of the night and stuff. He's not really like doing that much. Where like Puya will be like trying to mess with people or like creating these like really crazy schemes. Who wins? Charlie, Ben, Liz? I assume Charlie. Like probably like pretty definitively. Why put Dennis above Vivek? Like Dennis was the target for like everybody. Yeah, Taryn definitely is like awkward at points. But that's kind of what you expect. Just got through the near rock draw. Assuming it's a boring ride to the end. Yeah, you can kind of assume that. Who from the season will be on 50? Locks. Well, only Locke is like Q. I think Tevin is also very likely. After that, I think it's a lot of like question marks. Again, like Hunter, Kenzie, Tiffany. I guess Charlie's in the running. No, Taryn doesn't apply for Big Brother. I caught the end of it. Like I went to his stream to see his reaction to Asia in the preview. And I heard him talk like there. He was like, "Yeah, I'm never playing reality TV shows." Essentially, I don't think Venus is coming back. If I were to guess, I would say production does not love Venus. Yeah, I was disappointed with Tevin's edit for sure, but Jeff still loves him though. Like he explicitly said on Fire Podcast that if I could have Tevin on every season, I would. Do you think someone will leave prematurely week 1 of Big Brother again? You mean like like Luke? I mean, who the fuck knows? Hopefully fucking not. But if we're talking about like Cameron or something like that, potentially. Terran drafted the winner, merged between the first boot. Did he get merged boot? Oh yeah, Mariah. Yeah. Which yeah, funny he got grenaded in the draft. Can we have a drafter who's most likely to say a slur? We could. I don't know why we would. Alright, what am I supposed to be doing here? This is the best modern pre-juror choice for 100%. Yeah, like bring Dennis back. But also he did not play well on this season. Wait, so like, what does this do? So that powers that. So like, why would I not want this on? This will become the betrayer. Hopefully, that'll be cool. More likely to return Ben or Venus? Probably Venus. I don't think if I were to guess, I would say Ben wouldn't want to play again. You would assume, considering the experience he had, that he's not like dying to go on Survivor again. Or like at least Venus probably. Oh. Cool. I did not realize that was a thing. But well, okay, that was actually like really fucking easy then. Okay. But yeah, Venus I assume would want to play again. But yeah, I don't think Ben would want to. Yeah, hopefully Ben's been fine post-show. I would assume he is, considering he's been like making the rounds at parties and stuff. So, and like also has done a lot of shows, right? I believe like he does a lot of shows at the places that he's going to for the watch parties. Yeah, I think Ben seems like a lovely person. Like, seems like one of the nicest guys you're ever gonna meet. But also I think that's part of what makes him not a great Survivor player in the grand scheme of things. Obviously like, he'll be relatively high in terms of like where he lands in the old players of all time because he has to be. But like I don't think he has the killer instinct. I don't think he really has like the gusto to really play the game. How do I do this one? Benson's lovely, but his shred catchphrase got to. I didn't love the shred ones. The rock ones I thought were fine. I think when we got to the shred, I'm like, this is kind of a bit much. Ben, better or worse than... Yeah, let's actually think about this. Ben, I think, is better than Romeo. Actually, I think Ben's the best of them. Who's the other losing finalist? Oh, Carolyn. Is Ben better or worse than Carolyn? I would say worse, maybe. It's not like it's not that. I don't know. It's not that big of a gap. But I would say Carolyn is better. But I would say Ben's number 2 of the post merge, or the new era. I say post merge. Carolyn could have won the season. Yeah. I mean, like, it would have to be a completely different scenario than what even she wanted, but yeah. But yeah, I think in the comparison to Ben, it's like, I think they're somewhat similar, like how they navigate through the game, but yeah, I think Carolyn was a lot more like intentional with her game. This is the one I already did, god damn it. I think that's probably her only shot. But again, she wasn't trying for that situation. Is Bradley higher than Ben? No. Like Bradley is kind of an interesting player to rank though, because it's like he had a lot of control post swap, even though again he wasn't particularly well liked there. I think he's someone that like probably struggles with like respect from the Malolos, but also came off as like too threatening from his own group as well, to where like his own people throw the challenge to vote him out pre-merge, which is not great. What am I supposed to be doing with this? How about Mackenzie's win? Again, I am not feeling great about it from a gameplay perspective. I think it's great from a storyline perspective. Not great from a gameplay perspective. Don't think Ben even played the game when he was in there. I mean, he played the game. Like, actually, really, it's like, I think, I don't know. I think people are, like, shitting on Ben's game a bit too much. To where, like, I think Ben, like, he got his way at points. He, like, again, like, Venus going out was something that he personally wanted. We saw him, like, it really, and I talked about this at the Final 7 episode, that, like, he was pretty much the only one there that, like, actually got his way of the people that, like, were in contention to win the game still from an Edgic perspective. And, like, really, I think his edit's just weird. Where I'm still like kind of confused on like what they were doing with his edit, because it feels very strange, and this is why I was never convinced that he was a losing finalist, because like he just got so much content around like how charismatic he is and how likable he is, towards like why did he lose at the end then? Like why was like that the content he got when he lost at the end? Like, that's just very strange they, like, portrayed him that way. Which is, like, it's funny because, like, I don't think the audience cared. Like, you look at the online community, everyone talks about, like, oh, Ben didn't do anything. When, like, I don't even think that's the way the edit wants you to think of him. You see, it's 8 of AC Brotherhood. I mean, you're almost done. How's Keeper do on BB Can? I assume you mean 12 instead of Anthony. I don't fucking know. I mean, probably well. I don't know how the majority really lines up. Obviously, he's still aligned with Spicy V. Obviously, he's not going to be part of, like, a Hot Chocolate Alliance. I give Kenzie credit. I think most, if not all of her moves were pro, or most of her votes were pro Kenzie, not anti-Charlie. Kind of, yeah. I don't think that's much to really credit her for, personally, but yeah, I mean. But I think, like, like, my criticism is that, like, yeah, they were pro Kenzie, but, like, not really because of, like, anything she properly did in the game, seemingly. Or, again, if we're saying that, like, Maria is not an anti-Charlie vote and more of a pro Kenzie vote, then she's a pro Kenzie vote simply because she, like, needed the money more. More so than like anything she actually did of Maria in the game. Which again is her prerogative to do so. But I still think when assessing her amongst when assessing Kenzie amongst the other winners, I think that's definitely something to call out. And the same thing goes to Q as well. Where like Q also seemingly votes for her because she needed the money more. I need to hear Maria's reasoning for her vote because I feel like she wasn't being honest. Yeah. I think that's probable. If I were to guess, I would say there's an aspect of she gives Kenzie credit for taking her out. I think that's probably something. I think she also probably like doesn't respect like Charlie. Like I think like there's if I were to guess, I would say like she probably looks at it as the way that like a lot of the jury seem to see it, as like, oh, Charlie or that Maria was the one running the game and Charlie was just like there as her like lapdog or whatever. And I think she kind of has that perception as well, if I were to guess. Is that she thinks that she did a lot of the work. How am I supposed to be doing this? Best part of the new era, it's still D. I don't think that changed through the season. All of them could use the money. Yeah. And also, it's like it's done because like Ben needs the money more, right? Seemingly. Like with Kenzie and stuff, like she's a fucking business owner and everything. Obviously, she's talking about like, oh, I don't run the business, whatever. I don't get the logistics of her business, but she's still a fucking business owner. Like Ben lives at like with his parents. It's like, I mean, you would think Ben would need the money more. Where's the rank all time? Probably top 20. I don't know if it's enough to make top 10. Maria voted based on fire in a hair salon. What a loser. What a tweet. But yeah, it's funny the like varied reactions to Maria at this point. But there's all these people that like thought she was like a woman hater, that like are now happy that she voted for Kenzie, while you have like all the like pro Charlie people that like hate her now because she didn't vote for Charlie. Okay, that one worked. How do I do this? At least Maria is gonna take some of the heat off Carla. I mean, yeah, I did see that. Where was it? It was probably on like Circle Jerk or something. But like because like Maria and Carla posted a picture together today. It was like all the two women haters or whatever. Like Charlie's age could factor into why jury didn't vote for him. I don't know if necessarily his actual age. But I think the way he comes off and the fact that he is like a law student, he's still in school, the fact that he constantly talks about Taylor Swift, and that's clearly a thing that like the jury talked about. Or like again, like Tiffany literally calls it out in her opening statement. I think that probably harmed his perception more than like specifically his age, because he's not even that young. He's 25. I believe now he's 26, right? But either way, like he's not like super young. And it's not like this jury was like particularly old either. Where it's like, again, the most influential juror was like Tevin, and Tevin was 24. Like Tevin's younger than him. Like Venus is 24. Soda's what, like 27, only a couple years older. Like Hunter's 27, only a couple years older. So it's like it's not like there's like this big gap age wise. Like it's not like Cambodia, where like Cambodia was Spencer. Spencer's what, 22. Most of the rest of the jury was in their like late 30s or whatever. Like that's when it'll matter more. I think here I don't think it really, like age in particular, really mattered. I don't expect Spencer, but you never know. Ray ditched all new era tropes. Yeah, I was surprised by that for sure. About no new beach, which thank God. Not because it's like a bad, like it's like mostly an inoffensive thing, but it's like also like who fucking cares? But and no advantage, no, not even idol seeming in play. I assume there was one, and obviously we saw Maria look for an idol and never find it, but okay, what am I actually doing here? Wait. Oh wait, is there a chance that these overlap? Why Spencer changed his name? I don't know. I don't know the actual detailed explanation. I know like Spencer's gone through a lot since the show. Yeah, Spencer will come back. There's outspokenness. Yeah, probably not. I mean, like again, he was in the running for 40. I know he said yes to 40. And again, 40 was just a natural returning season, I would have very much expected Spencer there. I think if anything attracts him is it's more recent comments. But I wouldn't say he's like out of the running entirely because of that. I think he's more just out of the running just because like I think there's just more people to pick. Like I think it's just like people that they're more interested in right now. Again, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, how can I get this up to where like I can get that through? I think comments are a nail in the coffin, or I think the comments are a nail in his coffin. Run the only reason. I mean, I don't think there were any nails in the coffin until that. Like, I think they were like very pro having Spencer back until again, like we don't know really about that, but like, if that like changed anything for them, but I would assume it probably did, right? He's very anti-vax, like supporting a lot of like conspiracy theories and stuff. We got 2 good showings from. Don't think we need. Yeah, the thing is, I'm good. I don't need Spencer back. I'm fine. But again, we know that at one point they did want him back. I mean, to be fair, like I think coming into Kageon, I think you expected him to be a losing finalist. Where like that was like the big things that everyone was talking about, how like, oh, there's no fucking way Spencer can win the game because he's such an arrogant prick. But no, again, he almost won. Yeah, talking about COVID. Being vaccinated. I'm not sure if you do now. You definitely did at the time of 4142. I'm not sure if you do like now. But maybe. Rewatch Worlds Apart, season with most Republicans on it. Maybe like Game Changers is also in the conversation. At least I know a lot of like Republicans made it like really deep, at least. But yeah, Worlds Apart definitely you would think it would have a lot. Rossi got first in a huge Spartan race, while Norris got 5th. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing with any of these puzzles. Should I just look up the solutions? I'm just actually gonna do that. Fuck it. I showed her getting vaxxed. She's posted on Survivor already. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, Tori. I mean, is that what happened to Tori? I remember that was the thing that people were talking about. Is that like something about her like Vax card was like weird, right? In terms of like the timing of it. Let's see. I saw the finale. It was kind of boring. Yeah, like the thing is, like if I didn't have this like very set idea of what I thought the finale was. Oh, perfect. I just saw what I'm supposed to do here. Did not even realize I could pick this up. That's my big thing. Cool. Okay, that makes that a lot easier. But yeah, what was it talking about? Oh, the finale. Yeah, like if I didn't have this like really set idea of what was gonna happen, and that thing didn't really happen, then yeah, I think I wouldn't have. Like, I think I would have been like completely bored by this finale. Where like the redeeming factor was that I was like surprised at how like certain things played out. Wait, I need that there. This here. Take this with me. Yeah, if I were to guess, I would say you don't need to be vaxxed anymore. But yeah, you never know. Was Final Tribal fun? I didn't find it fun. Like, outside the Tiffany Q fight, outside of that, I found it, like, kind of boring. Oh, was it Sydney? Okay. Yeah, I remember, like, yeah, it was, yeah, actually, now I think about it, it was Sydney. Um, actually, wasn't that a thing that, like, wasn't that how, like, people thought she, like, that, like, isn't that, like, why people thought she was, like, pre-merge or something? New Era winner ranking, Kenzie's debatably at the bottom. I haven't, like, solidified it yet. I think my gut is Kenzie at the bottom, but I don't fully know. Just because I do think it's, like, very close between her, Gabler and Marianne. Though my natural instinct to read to edit hurt my enjoyment of the show. Not really. I think it helped until it did. I think a part of the reason why I was enjoying a lot of this season in the back portion is because I started to really respect the story they were telling with Kenzie. Because again, for me, it's not about the result. The result doesn't matter. It's more so about like how the story is told leading up to it. And I think the story of Kenzie winning, if she were to win in the way that I thought she was going to win, would have been such a satisfying conclusion to the season. But she doesn't win in that way. I very much was thinking, again, Kenzie was going to be this like unstoppable force at the end. That she would just get to the end and just demolish anybody that she's against. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. And through that, I think it really just like kind of nullifies some of the themes of the season. And like makes them not as impactful as what they could have been. Okay, so this is why, I realize now why I'm fucking up these puzzles, is because I didn't realize I could pick these up. Because that makes it so much easier now. Because I can take this out. Spicy V is worse in terms of what? Oh, Tiffany almost as bad as Jura of Spicy V? No, Spicy V is definitely worse. Like, that's not even a question in my mind. Edgic is annoying. I think Edgic's the main reason I still like the show, if I'm being honest. And obviously, like, I watch Survivor very differently than most people. Like, Edgic is the main reason I'm still interested in, like, the overall, like, process of watching the show. Okay, how do I do this then? Favorite bit of yours is Alex. I don't know who my favorite is. Okay, that doesn't work. I think at least going to bat for a friend. Yeah, I think that's something. So like with like Victoria, I feel like, well, yeah, like with Victoria, it's weird because like it wouldn't have mattered anyway because like Anthony took Bailey. But if Anthony didn't take Bailey, I think it would have been more egregious. What did she say again? I remember she made like a dig when she voted. I don't remember what that dig was. Is this was it? No, that doesn't work. Shit. How do I do this? Didn't watch the after show. Not much of intrigue really happened from it. I mean, they just talked through the votes. Talked about how like everyone got voted off idols in their pockets, which they didn't even like. I was disappointed that there didn't seem to be much of a reaction to it. Where like Hunter kind of spoiled it at Final Tribal. But yeah, like no real reaction to that, which I found strange. Matt BB25. Are we talking about the one with Zach? Like I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched the entire thing. Okay, how do I do this one then? Oh yeah, I forgot I still have the guide open. That makes more sense. Okay, I got it. Genius season 3 is your favorite? We'll see how it goes when I watch it, which will be very soon. Wait, I love it. I just looked it up and I already forgot what I'm supposed to do. God damn it. After the show screws over Preacher so hard. Yeah, I think that's also like the fact that we didn't get Jelinski being there was definitely a shame. Oh, I remember now. It's, I think, is this what it is? Wait, no, that's not what it is. Wait, what do we do here again? Oh wait, it's this. Okay, I remember. Who I think is the most bitter juror? Bitter? Probably, I don't know, maybe Maria. Really, I don't think, like, inherently, probably no one. But maybe Maria? Depending on her, like, justification for it. But see, I don't think Tiffany was bitter. Like, I actually think Tiffany wanted her friend to win. CT or Trishelle better winner of the traders? I would say. Actually, I think it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I have a really solid answer. I think they're both good for like very different reasons. For first 2 seasons of The Genius, the events of the show feel scripted, even though they aren't. It's crazy, yeah. Yeah, it's there's some really insane moments. Like the entire what was it? ID Exchange, was that the name of that game? I already forgot already. But yeah, like episode 6, like the entire events of that episode are just so perfect. Are we still talking about that Taylor Swift weirdo losing? I don't think we talked about. Well, actually, I guess we did talk about jury votes again, but like, I haven't talked that much about Charlie. Yeah, I think it's probably the best episode of reality television ever. I think it's definitely in the conversation. All right, what's the name of it? What the fuck is that? Versatile. I already forgot the other word. Wait, contraption. Okay. I'm just gonna look up the answers at this point. Better than Kageon Merge? Probably, yeah. Like, I think it's like just such a perfect episode. We're just like, again, it's like insane moment after insane moment after insane moment. I think it's tough for like a finale of Big Brother to be the best episode of all time, where like so much of it is wasted on the challenges that are so like dull. Wait, what? Why does that work? Okay. I've tried this, right? This doesn't work. Oh, it's align it specifically like that. Okay, well, great. Oh yeah, BB Content is obviously an all-time great season. But again, when we're talking about like best episodes ever, I do find it tough to say like a BB Camp finale is one of the best reality TV episodes ever. Okay, wait, so I would want that there, right? Winner streak on BBS. It's since Cody, right? So 4. Because it didn't work. So, which is again pretty insane. We'll see if I can do that for Survivor. Let's see if I can guess 47's winner. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about All Stars 5. But yeah, supposedly a lot of the yeah, like CBS slash like rookies and stuff, like those people are not in the running anymore. There's still going to be some though. I think I saw that Corey Lay is still probably going to be there, which is random. Um, but yeah, like I think it's kind of correcting itself. Oh, okay. So I want this there. I talked about already. Charlie versus Austin. I would be. I think Charlie is probably better. Fuck. Became 5 double is unfortunately held back by the first half of the episode being pretty nothing. Yeah. And really, in general, I feel like Big Brother is probably like a bit tough to get like an all-time great episode from. I think like what, like Dan's funeral might be in the conversation. Wait, where's the actual thing I'm trying to get here? Next Saturday's video, so you mean like a week, like obviously like the upcoming Saturday is the review, then player ranking. The week after, I think it's one of the Big Brother videos. I think like first week ranking or something like that. Hope Tony's on All Stars 5. I would hope so. Again, like I think obviously didn't get much of a chance in All Stars 4, and then again 40's 40. I don't get what I'm doing with this. Where's the actual block I'm trying to get? Oh, I didn't see this being here. I think both B15 doubles are up there. Yeah, but I mean, both are like very good doubles. I'm trying to remember like how good the episodes were before that. Alright, there we go.
Excellent.
Need Tony time? I mean, I still find like the fucking sitcom intro to All Stars 4, like that weird intro that we got, and then like fucking Tony is just Tony time. That's his nickname. It's like how creative. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a very good episode as well. The Jeff Kent boot. Absolutely love Matt Rogers boot. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but that would obviously be in the conversation for us. Like, obviously, Australian Survivor, Here's Villains episode 7. Probably the Eden boot of Titans vs. Rebels would also maybe be in the conversation. Oh, John Hennigan. Yeah, that's a great episode too. Yeah, I should do best Survivor episodes of all time, right? I think I was going to, and I decided to do best episodes for every season instead. But I'll probably end up doing a best episodes of all time eventually. Maybe rewatch Savers Goliath. Yeah, I just rewatched it, like, what was that, like 2 months ago or so? Still very good. My opinion didn't really change from the rewatch. Still, like, a very consistent season. Okay, wrong thing. What is your all-time favorite? Yeah, it's also very good. I would say part 1 is probably better than 2, right? They're still both very good. Oh, fuck me. This is so slow. Why is the curse so slow? Best new era episode? I think it might be the Tevin boot from 46. I think that's like a really, really like all-time great episode. The other ones in the conversation are probably what, like wait, why did I just blank? Well, telenovela, the Cody boot episode is up there. Shan boot is pretty good. The Sydney boot is pretty good, even though it's a weird episode because of the hourglass of it all. You're better at games than me? You probably are. I suck. Oh, I haven't talked about Hellblade. I don't know what I'm going to talk about Hellblade. Oh, Jenny Boot. Yeah, Jenny Boot's very good. Omer Boot is also very good. I'm trying to think of 45. 45. What would be the best? What is the best episode of 45, actually? Is this Sabaya Boot? I think that's why I said it was, right? I'll still probably stand by that, I think. Yeah, Finale as all. Yeah, Finale as a whole is pretty good. I forgot how these work. I remember these were in the original game. Okay. 44 Premiere is good. I don't know. It's good. It's not really on the same level for me. Like, really, I don't think any episode of 44 is on the same level. Which I think is what's part of the issue of 44. Yeah, Final 7 of 45, I assume? Yeah. Definitive Best Amazing Race episode? Yeah, it's probably one of the Season 5 episodes. Yeah, Colin getting arrested. My ox is broken. That's like an episode where, like, that's a non-limb, right? Like, because that's where, like, Colin and Christy are in last, then survive. I would say the Fun of 4 episode of that season's very good. Wait, what? I don't get how this... I don't remember how this works. I love like the game doesn't give you any instruction too, but fine. Oh, okay. I think I get it now. Premiere rankings 44, 46, 42, 43, 45, 41. I think mine's pretty different, I would assume. Like, I think my ranking of the premieres is actually 41 the worst. Like, I would have 43, I think, as the worst. I might have 46 as first, actually. I'm not sure, though. 41 felt hella rushed. I thought 41 had probably the most interesting tribal of episode 1. With the Sarah vote. Or I think the problem with the Maddie vote for me is that it's a bit like just too much. Where it just feels like complete chaos. Where like, just like things are happening. Where like I feel like with like 41, I think the tribal as a whole is better. Where like it's one where like it's live tribal with people going around. We have like them trying to switch the plan to Brad for the last second. Like, to me, that's a lot more fun than, like, 44, which is actually, like, kind of a blah tribal until the point where, like, Shaun of the Darks are played, Brandon plays the idol, and we only have 3 fucking people voting in a 6 episode. Or a 6-person tribal. Yeah, the Claire Matthew thing, yeah. Which, I mean, I guess it did, like, it was important to a degree. Like, it still factored into why, Matthew wants to target Lauren, right? Oh, wait, how does this work then? Okay. What are these the worst Survivor premieres? What I answered in the video, but probably like Vanuatu is the first one that comes to my mind at least. Yeah, I'd like to see Matthew play again. I'm not sure how likely it necessarily is. But in an ideal world, I would like to. Well, that didn't work. How do I do this? Okay, okay. So that does work. Who would have had the better? Wait, who would have the best story if they won 50? Like, I guess like we have to like limit it to people that would like actually be there, right? Because like there probably are some like Matthew would obviously have a good story, but it's like I don't know, is Matthew really there? Coach, I mean, Coach would be fun. Actually, imagine Asia Welch being on 50 now. I think that's also weird to think about, isn't it? There's a world where Asia Welch can now be on Survivor 50. Yeah, I mean, I would have said Bruce if he didn't come back for 45. Where I think going from medevac at the very beginning of the season to winner, I think that's a great story. Medevac to Pariah to winner, that's kind of like whatever. That's fine. But, oh yeah, Liz, obviously. Liza for 50, obviously. Is Joshua the worst challenge competitors? I mean, it's probably up there, right? But then it's one of the worst records. But also, like, obviously, like, a lot of people just don't end up returning as much as he does. Wait, so... do I need this here? I don't get how this works. I don't think any of them performed particularly great. Or like Ben just seemed to like not really have like any of the answers the jury wanted from him. Charlie was fine. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like he was really getting his point across until like the very end, where I don't think he was really like emphasizing how much he like was essentially outplaying Maria until like the very end. Kenzie, I mean, like, again, like, it was good enough. I mean, like, again, Kenzie did what she needed to do and, like, really emphasize her social game. I don't feel like it was, like, actually, let's do, like, it's not really a performance that would work on me, personally, but, I think it's fine, though. For like the audience she's trying to get. Okay, so that blocks that off. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Kenzie didn't have much to sell. It's where like with her, it's like her main argument is simply just her social game, like as a general concept. Which even then, like, I feel like she had, like, big points to make that she didn't seem to make, but also it's, like, how much of that is the editing? Where, like, again, like, her, like, she should have, like, really emphasized, I got Liz to give up her chance at immunity to make sure I won. Like, that's a pretty, like, hey, if you sell it well, like, that's a pretty insane thing that you can, prop yourself up for. Yeah, I feel like she didn't mention that at all, right? I don't think Maria poisoned the jury against Charlie. I think it's very clear the jury just naturally did not respect Charlie particularly well. So again, the signs were there the entire time that like Charlie's not like particularly respected. Especially in the way that like the edit would like make you think from just how much insight we were getting from him. rank my winner picks, I mean, Claire has to be at the bottom, right? Then probably... Okay, so... I would actually... I think I would have Austin 1, then Kenzie 2, Ricard 3. Higher Ellie. Because I actually think that's kind of close. I'd probably go high, just because, like, he did survive more votes, but... I think it is, like, somewhat close. How do I get through this? Yeah, deserve it? I mean, like, in terms of, like, would he have a justified, like, storyline for returning? Like, 100%. But again, I don't need to see it personally. I think I'm good without it. God damn it. Oh. Wait, what? I got taken out by Kabler. That is the thing that happens. Which again, like I think, like actually, like remembering my rewatch of it though, made me realize also that like Kabler doesn't actually like probably shouldn't get that much credit for the Ellie vote. Where like I do think it was actually more so like Jesse and Cody and like James and whatever that were like they were more so like seeming to be like anti-Ellie before like Gabler even got involved, but worst winner pick Claire Aubrey. I think Aubrey played worse on Edge of Extinction. Oh, wait, how am I supposed to do this then? So I need to charge this up. Oh wait, do I just... we're talking about worst final threes. Gabon, Edge of Extinction, 43. I think Gavin is like a decent runner-up at least. From a gameplay perspective. Shit. There we go. That should be it, right? Oh no, because I need this one. God damn it. That's annoying. Claire worse than Aubrey. Why does that make her worse? Like, to me, that's what makes her better. Is the fact that, like, she simply gets voted out because of challenge strength. Like, she doesn't do anything, like, that wrong from a, like, social strategy perspective. Okay, that should work. Gabon is the best. No. I genuinely, I really don't get the love for Gabon personally. Like, I never have. Like, I get, like, why people think, like think it's, like, a cult favorite season and everything. But, like, it's, like, if this is, like, if you love Survivor for Survivor Gabon, I don't know why you actually do love Survivor. Because, like, Survivor Gabon is just such an anomaly of a season that, like, if this is your, like, precedent for Survivor, that I'm like, why do you like Survivor that much? Then also, yeah, I also don't think it's, like, as crazy of a season as people say it is. Especially, like, from a, like, pure character standpoint. Like, yeah, there are some wacky characters here and there. But it's not, like, everybody is this wacky character. Like, where you have, like, Bob. Like, Bob's not wacky. Bob's just fucking boring. And yeah, like, the gameplay of it, yeah, it's still, like, a pagonging towards the end of the game. Only thing stopping it from being a full-on pagonging is, like, Sugar being, like, emotionally unstable, essentially. Okay, so I need to hit this. GC or goats, sure. Um, Bob isn't boring, he's old, and Survivor MacGyver. That's also code for boring, being Survivor MacGyver. Like, I've never seen a person being named Survivor MacGyver. I'm like, you know what, this guy's a fucking great TV character. By the way, how many people have we had be called Survivor MacGyver at this point? It's definitely been a lot, right? Wait, what is this pattern? Wait, this doesn't help at all, right? Yeah, I know Hunter was, which is like, you know, Hunter's not the most riveting TV character. But I know, like, someone said about Joe. Is there anybody else? Hunter's hot though, I'm sure, but he's also not riveting TV. Oh, cool. Joe is Joey amazing? Not anymore though. Who for 46 will we ask for? No one will. They can't go on anyway. They're contractually obligated. That's the opposite. They're contract. They can't go because of their contract. To where also I don't think CBS would give them the go ahead for anyone for 46. Again, for anyone from 46 to be on AU versus US, they would have to get permission from CBS themselves. I don't think that's happening. Is that the most boring person in my BB top 20? I don't know. I think Cody's more boring for me personally. Cody probably generally has more personality, but like I feel like for me at least, like Tyler like was a good like straight man on BB20 at least. Again, 22 whatever, but like on 20 at least, I think like him being the person that reacts to all these like wacky things going on, I think was fun. Cool. There we go. Yeah, Cody tries to have a personality. I think he fails, though, is the issue. Would this do anything? I hope Drew's on 50. I don't know if he is. Oh, okay, well, that doesn't work. Basically, I think it's going to be a tough field for him to get through, but... in an ideal world, he would be there. What do I do with this block? Jake, I don't think it's looking great for Jake, if I were to guess. Not impossible, but I'm not banking on Jake being there. What do I do with this now? Where's the blue one? Out of the 4, I think D and Austin are more likely. I would agree. I think the issue for Austin is that we're seeing a lot of like Austin lights. I feel like. So like I don't know if he's gonna be like the most notable one by then, but still, I would say Austin is like definitely possible. Yeah, I would have said D would be a question mark, like definitely in the running, but not like a lock. But with the recent stuff of like again, On Fire podcast and also the like commercial, I'm like, okay, maybe D is their person. Oh, I'm an idiot. Blue is right there. I'm a fucking okay. Yeah. So I need this. Oh, God damn it. Wait, no. Select that. And then This game looks boring. I love the first game. But also, again, I don't think this is a good stream game. But also, I'm not going to have time to play this at any other point. Or sure, I'm kind of like, I think I'm done playing games for 2023 at this point. I just think, one, I don't have time. Oh, fuck, I need this open anyway. God damn it. But also, like, I need to eventually play the games that, like, I plan on doing, like, videos for, which I haven't done yet. So, I think this is probably it. Whenever I'm done playing this, I'll probably move on to, like, a game I'm doing a video on. If I were in Charlie and Ben's shoes, why say Tiffany when she says time? I don't know. I think it's a precarious spot. Because I think you, like, fighting with a jury member is not a good look. So I think you want to avoid that. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's the point of the block. Is there anything back here? No. I think Maria's pretty boring. I would agree. Really, I find Maria, Charlie, and well, I think Maria and Charlie are definitely boring to me. Like, Kenzie, I think, has her moments. And to be fair, Charlie has his moments, too. Like, Charlie's not completely dull. Okay, wait, how do I do this now? Is there a way to do this? How was Jess recruited? Yeah, that was very strange, right? She's a fan either way, so it's like, whatever, but... yeah, it is funny what Jeff did say that, like, oh, we don't recruit anymore, when it's like, okay, I guess you do. But obviously, like, to be on their show, you would have to be a massive fan to begin with. Like, I don't think they're going to cast you unless you're, like, a fan of the show at this point. Yeah, not shocking that someone like Cody was recruited. Wait, how do I do this? So if I move this here, maybe? It does work. Yeah, Maria, I seems like a fine person for the most part. I don't find her, like, interesting on the show really at all. Like, I don't feel like there was ever a point where I was, like, that entertained by anything Maria did. I think Maria and Charlie aren't on great terms. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, has there been any post-game stuff with them? Actually, no exit press until tomorrow, right? Because, like, there's, like, points where they would have exit press, like, in the middle of the night, but I believe this year they're saving it for all tomorrow. It's not like Big Brother where, like, I read, like, the exit press and stuff midstream and lost my mind even more at fucking Jag winning. Oh, fuck off. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they have to put it on top of the block? Is that what it is? May not be good. What is this? Okay. But Furiosa movie, I probably won't watch it, but I'm gonna be opposed to it. Can Exopress probably put Ben at 3? Probably not. I mean, like, yeah, unless it turns out, like, okay, Ben beats, like, I don't know. It's not going to happen, though. Like, I don't think realistically there's a way. Oh, cool. Who's Ben vote for the tie? Again, we don't know yet, but I would assume Charlie.
Thank you, child. I have finished.
Doesn't Jordan in the circle? I like him. I find it funny how much people don't like him.
A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries.
But I do find him mostly yeah, like a fun character. Obviously, like not a good player, and obviously like one that like seems very cocky, that sort of thing. But again, like Jordan's a massive fan of reality TV. Like Jordan's someone that like was like executive producer on Sequester and everything. Like he clearly knows what he's doing.
You will have to be human.
Oh, there's the gate. What was this? You see difference in a bitter ally and a ride or die. Tiff has Kenzie's bag. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, there's a massive difference there between how Kenzie reacted to how Tiffany, or Maria reacted to how Tiffany reacted. Oh yeah, spoilers from really there wasn't that much. I mean, like it was kind of like the only thing that was like of note was the fact that it was spoiled that a woman had won. But like outside that, it was pretty much stuff that was like already expected. Like so Charlie was spoiled to be losing finalist. What else was spoiled? This isn't gonna work, by the way. I'm trying to remember what else was spoiled. I know Liz got 0 votes against her all season long. Yeah, good on her. Yeah, I noticed that on the like I was looking at the vote chart and everything. Holds the same record as Kara. Yeah. As far as for that, Charlie was losing finals and a woman won. Yeah, that was pretty much it, right? So, it wasn't anything like that revolutionary. Like it's kind of what I expected already. Willow, Kara, Jay, Dre, all social strategy legends. Sure.
You're awake. Welcome to the world.
I love it, like I just finished the prologue after 3 hours, something that probably should have only taken me like an hour. There's actual dialogue options.
Indeed, you are. And I'm glad to see
list every cast member Dondi season 1. I wonder if I could even do that. I don't think I can.
Also more than a little confused. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first.
Yeah, earlier boots, I could not tell you.
Without a full knowledge of our own
Branson
history.
was first boot,
So
right?
we have the
I remember
freedom
his
to form
name.
our own opinions.
Kimatina was there. What, Dawson,
Of course.
Nick, obviously
You
Rob,
want the short
Aaron,
version or the long
Alyssa.
version?
That was her name, right? I'll pick long version right now.
So,
Stephanie,
A
Amy.
long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet.
How many other people are there?
We call ourselves
Well,
humans
Jordan.
like they
Oh, I
did,
forgot to put the winner.
but they were organic. They built an advanced
Miranda? Was that her
technological
name? The one that took the
civilization.
money?
But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate and an
Not sure who else there was.
extremely contagious
Also,
virus.
for a winner pick,
was
I believe it
released
was
from the
Kara
permafrost.
before the season filmed. Right now, I'm spoiled, but
That's something our historians
in terms of
still
like
debate.
before the season filmed, it was Kara.
Why did they invest so many resources into making war and so few into useful research? But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time.
Jamil? Oh, is that the... Like, I remember there was, like, the guy that got,
team
like,
led by
voted
a
out
scientist
second. Oh,
called
Claudia. How did I forget
Alexandra
about Claudia?
began a
And yeah, I
project
guess
that
is
was
Jamil that
intended to
last
create,
person I'm forgetting?
well,
I
us.
remembered what the guy
But
looks
knowing
like,
there
but I just
wasn't
don't
enough
remember
time,
what his name
Drennan
was.
initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence.
How I feel about Challenge 40 result? I liked it. Yeah, I'm fine with the I'm fine with both outcomes. Like, I'm the male winner, I'm like whatever on. As their legacy, but I'm not like that happy with that person. But female winner though was surprising.
She then created more of us, using the tools left behind by Drennan's team. Eventually, they started
why are you
building
asking
the
that?
city
Like, what is
of
that
New
reference to?
Jerusalem.
Can I name every episode this season? Probably not. I don't think I focused that much on episode titles this season. I could definitely name some though. Like I know, like Mama Bear was.
She set a goal for this city.
Was it last episode or 2 episodes ago?
Call it the
Actually, I don't even know what this finale was called. But obviously, there's episodes several.
To make
there's
1,000
Wackadoodle's
new
Win.
humans, and so complete New Jerusalem.
Which also, I find it funny how, like, you see these, like,
especially after she left
posts
us.
before the finale that, like,
But after
oh,
a millennium or
Liz
so,
is gonna win because
we finally
Wackadoodles win.
succeeded.
It's like, you realize
That's you.
Wackadoodles mean Yanu,
Your
right?
number 1,000.
Like, that was the intention to get, is that the Wackadoodles were Yanu, not, like, actual Wackadoodles.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel
Like, the
free
point
to
was
ask
that,
them.
like, Yanu
When
is
you're
the
done,
art of
head
Wackadoodles who's
outside.
there, the
They're
underdogs.
waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event.
I don't know, what other episode? Cancel Christmas. That was the merge episode, merge story. Okay, what the fuck are these dialogue options? There's so many, and also text is so small on my screen. Maybe that. Actually, film was exciting. Male winner was inoffensive but acceptable. I don't know if I'd say inoffensive, but yeah, I mean, probably like, okay, so yeah, that doesn't change that. So it's not really subtitles I need. Whatever. Either way, I don't really need it. Whatever. What do I want here?
Me? Well,
There's
as
a
you
reference
can
to
tell by my
Applebee
number,
Burger in the
I'm
episode
quite
title. Is
old.
there?
I wasn't one of the first companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I
I'm trying to remember
I've
who
made a few
who the
improvements
final.
here
I
and
mean,
there since
actually,
those
I think
days.
for me
We
it
didn't
might
have a
be
lot to work
my
with in the beginning.
least favorite outcome of the 4.
Oh, one more thing.
Tarzan. Oh yeah, that blew my mind.
You have
So yeah, we
access to
obviously got the
interface, which you can use to read
we
the
got
news,
this like
chat to your fellow citizens, and so
montage
on.
of iconic
crucial
whatever.
tool.
But yeah,
And
like the
modular
fact that
too. You
Tarzan
can easily
was
add new
included in
functions.
that was
Just don't subscribe to too
surreal.
many newsletters at once.
Also, it's weird that like with Coach, like, well, it was about the iconic quotes, right? Talking about like Jelinski, right? Is that what that was? But then like they like show Coach, and like Coach is like iron sharpens iron. It's like, is that a quote that's iconic from Survivor? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like, isn't that like a Bible quote or something?
Look, it's 1K.
Yeah, it's like that was such a random quote from
Hey, 1K!
from Coach.
Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting the
I think he was my
speech?
second least favorite. But I wouldn't find with any of
This
the
should be
guys. There's no
interesting.
Devon level bad option.
At least give him a chance.
Yeah, I mean, like, you obviously got like one that would have been like fresh blood, one that would have been like a big shocker. The other two are like obviously just chalk legacy picks that aren't my favorite people, either of them, but both like again add to their
Our
legacies. So
ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been
yeah,
built.
obviously, Coach just known
Because of their
for
arrogance,
iron sharpens
our
iron.
species found itself on the brink
Actually, is the
of
episode on Paramount Plus
annihilation.
yet?
The founder aimed to set us on a
I doubt
new
it, right? I think it's at
course.
3.
Never even
It
met
gets
the
added.
founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization.
Oh, I forgot Spicy Jeff
that
was the
would
name of an
know
episode.
its limits
Actually, Hide and Seek was the name of the Kevin Boo episode. Oh, I should have known my messy, sweet little friend. I forgot about that. I should have known that one. Oh yeah, Tiki Man. This is where legends are made. It's named the premiere. Yeah, finale's not up yet. What was the name of the finale?
Oh dear, what's that?
I genuinely don't know. Friends Going to War?
People of
Kind of a
New
boring title.
Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame
Ben one where
has
he's in the win
awoken
ranking?
and
Not
summons
particularly
you.
high.
Who is brave enough to answer its call?
Like, I mean, I think
We
he's
await
like,
you upon our island where,
maybe above Gabler.
curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
Something about children. Actually, I don't know. Is he even above Gabler? He's around there, at least. Dude, I literally just... Wait, is this the start of the prologue? Or... Because if this is the start of the prologue, that's funny as fuck. It's gonna be 3 hours to get here.
I told you we should have investigated.
What's your pitch to the jury?
And I told him
don't
there's
think there
something
is
up with
one
instructions.
considering he is Ben.
The mayor's
If
just
he
being
wasn't Ben, I think
cautious.
you could try to act like
This
it was all a
isn't
ploy.
caution, it's stagnation.
But it wasn't,
Exploration,
so...
too dangerous. Expansion, too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
What's going on
You
in this
call it
game?
stagnation, I call it balance.
It's like a futuristic
And I call you
world
an
where
idiot.
like you're robots
thought.
doing tests
Try
and
to be
stuff,
a
right?
little
I
more
don't remember actually. I
practical
forgot what
talk
the
to
story
the
of the first
mayor.
one is, but this one's like
See what I'm
thousands
working
of years
with here,
later,
1K?
I believe.
I'm
But I
gonna
don't think
need
a game that has like a lot of
fresh pair eyes on this
philosophy
expedition.
stuff
Someone
involved.
who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense.
But yeah, I love the first game,
If you're
and
up
like
for
in
an
an ideal
adventure,
world, I would play this.
meet us at the
But
conference
I'm
room.
also like again, I don't really have the time. I should play I'm in love with their grandmother again. I think I'm good. I think I got all the endings, didn't I? Because isn't that like necessary for the trophy? I got the platinum for it. And Ben beats both Charlie and Kenzie somehow. That proves he would have been. Well, yeah, that would have obviously like radically changed his perception of things. Like that would have like radically changed up his game if he was in a world where he could actually beat both Charlie and Kenzie. But I think a play like that would ever win a season. It has in a certain AU season.
What's broken now?
Cool. Play Arkham Asylum. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think Arkham Asylum, like, if I were to guess, I would say I would consider Arkham Asylum the best game now, based on like my current taste in gaming. But I haven't played it in forever, so I don't really know.
I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid
City is also
overloaded
very
again,
good.
so
I feel like
maybe
I
you could switch off your personal
I think I would
consoles or
enjoy
your
the
lawn
focus
mowers,
of
or whatever
Asylum
the hell
more,
you've
though.
all decided to switch on all at once.
Because I'm kind of at this point where like
might
I
not be
very much
around
just
to
want
babysit
like
you
a
for
very
while,
like
and you don't
focused
want
like
stuff breaking while Pellegrino's
smaller
in charge,
scale
do you?
like experience.
That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator.
I actually I still have never played Origins.
Great
I have
way to
it.
start life in the city, huh?
I bought it when I got the Xbox, so I can play it technically, but
What
I still
the
never
hell
have.
is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Again, last time I played it, I would have said City still above Asylum. I'm just saying that I think now, knowing my current taste in gaming, I probably like Asylum more. I have not listened to On Fire yet because I've been streaming. Well, like Hellblade 2, I've watched the first hour of Hellblade 2.
Hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya?
But straight up, I think I'm
Number
probably actually just not
1000.
going to bother playing it until
figured the dam would
I'm
go
actually
dry
in the
before
process
we
of
reached
making
the
my
goal.
2024 video. I think what I'm gonna do now. Like, so I watched the first hour of like Laser's playthrough. I think I'm just gonna watch it. I really don't fucking care. That way, next time I play a game, I think I might actually just jump straight into Persona 3 because I really want to play Persona 3. Which even that will probably still be a while from now, but whenever I can, I'll play Persona 3.
No, it doesn't. You donate.
But yeah, I watched the first hour of Hellblade, and it seems really bad. Like it seems like it seems like an incredible tech demo.
Sort of
like visually, it looks like an extremely impressive game.
But let's you and I keep that between us. All right.
But I feel like it feels like a
listen.
game that like
This
didn't
meeting
need to
isn't
exist.
strictly happenstance.
It feels like
the kind of people who
like
like
a
to
game
know
that like
what's going
is taking
on
all
with
these
other
like
people.
ideas
They
and
think you can help
from
each
the first
other out.
game that like were in this like very focused package, and it's just simply continuing off it just because they wanted to make a sequel to like a critically acclaimed game.
course you
Like there's
are.
no purpose to this game.
You know
Seemingly,
how to use
like
the
you spend the
interface,
first
right?
fucking hour of the game literally just
talk to my
walking
friends.
straight.
We'll see if I can't play matchmaker.
Like nothing really
And
seems to
before
happen.
you go, a word of advice.
Or like it doesn't feel
Not
like
everything
the
around here is how it
Psychosis, is that
appears.
what it's called? Like her like thing. It's like it doesn't seem like that's like playing as much of a factor like in the first hour or so.
Please join us at the table.
I don't know. Like I've only watched the first hour, but like of the first hour I've watched, it just seems like
I would like to preface
why
this
does this
meeting
game
by
exist?
saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me.
didn't really care for
And
Hellblade
here we
1.
are.
Reaction's gonna make you think you dislike
If we
2,
could
probably if you didn't like
focus on
1.
the issue at
Or I
hand.
love the 1. It's a game that like I
issue
don't
at hand
really want to
is
ever
not
play
this
again.
one
And
thing,
I've been
but
thinking about this
this
because I was gonna play
entire
Hellblade 1 again
attitude
before I
that's
play
taken
Hellblade 2.
hold.
But then I was like
The
watching
world doesn't
footage
cease to
of like
exist when you stick your
of
head in the
Hellblade
sand,
1.
Herman.
I was like, dude, I have
Or
no
under
interest in
a
playing
dome,
this again.
as
Like
it
this seems
were.
miserable to fucking play Hellblade 1
Let's
again.
not get sidetracked.
Even though I have a lot of respect
We're
for
here
the game
to solve
itself.
this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Like Origins, but I hate the direction story takes. Arkham Origins. Like I know very little about it. Outside, obviously, it's an origin story, or at least takes place before.
I'm
At
sure
least.
this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on
I try to
your
remember.
first
Isn't
day.
that the one? Is Troy Baker Joker in that, and then Roger Craig Smith is Batman? Is that what it is?
See? A fresh
Do you know who
mind
the
is open to
59-year-old
the
woman on 47 is? I
possibilities. I
don't.
think it's time for the briefing.
But
Alright,
also,
here we
again,
go.
I've been streaming while most of the
Nice
like
to
cast
meet
stuff
you,
has
by the way,
happened.
1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago.
I forgot.
It's a
Is
large island with a
Montreal
remarkably
is the one that
varied geography,
made
and it looks like there are
um,
several artificial structures
Gotham
of some kind.
Knights, right? The ones that
We
made
recorded
Origins.
Extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from
Isn't that what they
somewhere in
made
the middle of
next?
the island, but
Which
couldn't really make sense.
not great.
I wanted to go and have a closer look.
Follow
but
up there.
The decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island. Has
Yeah, I still
reached
haven't
out
played
to us
Suicide
instead,
Squad.
in the form of that.
I'm also like not dying
projection?
to either. I've been very
We
much
may not
debating
be
over what I
interested
want
in
to do
the
for
island, but the
2024,
island
my
is
year in gaming
definitely
stuff. Because like
interested in us.
I very much contemplated, should I stop doing what I have been doing and like trying to force myself to play all these games from just this last year, and instead change it to like games that I played in the year, where I think that might be more fun and like more doable for me.
I agree.
But I'm not sure what I've fully decided. Because again, I sure don't have as much time anymore to play games.
You'll take Melville and Yakut,
And especially with like
requested,
yeah, like looking
and
at the
if
games from
1K wants
2024
to join
already,
you,
like you
that's
have
fine
Persona
by me.
3 Reload, you have Like a Dragon Infinite Well, these like really massive games. It's like I don't know if it's like worth it for me to like actually try to play every big game from the year. Yeah, I didn't even
Come
like
meet us out on the
play
landing
more than
pad
what
when
2
you're
hours of Baldur's Gate.
Before you set out
I've
so
played
hastily,
KOTOR in the
do
past. I never
consider
finished
exploring
it.
the city first. It is
I would
your
like to
home,
play it
after
again.
all.
I do own
That's a
it.
good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Because there's actually like a proper. Okay, this is interesting. Because this wasn't in the OG game, right? Arkham boss ranking I couldn't even tell you like a single one of the bosses now. Actually, no, the Mr. Freeze boss is really good. But outside of that, I couldn't even like I don't even remember any of the other bosses. Oh, I forgot Metaphor too. God damn it. Yeah, no, am I gonna buy Metaphor at launch? It depends on when it comes out. Oh my god, frame rate.
Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's like the main thing that sticks out to me from Knights of the Republic, which like,
Thank you.
I've never finished the game, but like, I know like the twist and everything, and yeah, that's, especially for the time, definitely pretty big gaming moment. Yeah, I'll try to play. I forgot how you pronounce that. Eilden, whatever it is. Again, I have it on Game Pass, so why not? This is so bright. So let's see. It's probably on the video, right? I'm just gonna turn it down. It's still bright, but whatever. Hi,
1K.
Wait, y'all feel like poor representation of characters you're fighting is the problem? What are we talking about? Are we still talking about Arkham? Imagine I play a ton of JRPGs and then like 3 other games. I mean, that's probably what it's gonna be at this point. What is coming out from 2024? Like 2024 is like a relatively weak year, right? Or like this is like kind of seeming like a holdover year for like 2025, which will be this like massive year. Is Yannick Buckstrap? Probably. Based on many people in the reality TV community are on 47, I feel like Star Trek is going to be even worse. Probably, yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be a bit of a train wreck. And like 46 was already a train wreck, but yeah, considering how much like personal investment like people on Twitter are going to have, yeah, it probably will be. Just gonna drop this game, play Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors came out last year, or not last year, 2022. I mean, like year before what I'm doing the video on. Really, they're friends with Michelle? That's really random. 2024 is waiting for a Switch 2 to be announced here. Yeah, why hasn't that happened yet? Also, wasn't there supposed to be a PlayStation thing this month? That also hasn't been announced. It's 2024 video games. Even though, like, I'm sure there's going to be a lot announced coming up. But, like, nothing's like... Oh, I forgot about Dragon's Dogma 2. That's another, like, really big game. But yeah, Metaphor, Infinite Wealth, Persona 3 Reload. Again, Hellblade, which is short. Stellar Blade, actually, I want to play. I forgot that's already out. Tales of Zincaro's probably short, right? Like, Indiana Jones is at, like, the very end of the year, right? I forgot about Grand Blue Fantasy. Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I probably will end up playing it. Obviously, I already played Rebirth. Thank God. Balatro. I think that's on sale on PlayStation, isn't it? That trophy was that for? Okay, don't know what it's for. Yeah, there's gonna be so much in 2025. Apparently storing Grand Blue's short. Really? Let's see. Because like I know the other games that we've thought are like oh yeah, it's only like 15 hours. Wow. And that's shorter than this game. I think this game's supposed to be like 18 hours. Which is again part of the reason why there's no fucking way I'm finishing this Unless I stream it. Wait, are these... Wait. Is there no, like, map or anything? Forgot you can run. Two NFL connections already. This seems like a very strange cast. And like how many like again like somewhat known personalities there seem to be. Yeah, I don't even remember those boss battles. Actually, I think I remember Poison Ivy's kind of. I don't remember the Bane boss battle at all. Or are they in Origins? Is that why? A lot of whose job is talking, yeah. I mean, at least we'll get good confessionals then, right? You would assume. Actually, what time is it? Oh my god, dude. We're almost at 3 o'clock. Fuck me. Okay, what should I do with this game? Should I bother continuing? I'm not sure. I don't know how much progress I made is kind of the issue. Anyway, I guess I have to go in here, right? Favorite boss in any game? I don't know. Like, I mean, like, when I think of, like, the best boss battle, like, usually, like, the Mr. Freeze boss in City comes in my mind. I'm not sure what, like, my actual favorite boss is, though. He's like, I don't really care that much about boss battles. I think a lot of the Final Fantasy 16 ones are pretty insane, but it's like that's more so for like cinematic reasons, more so than like gameplay reasons. Actually, then attach this and put it here. Let's look this up. Best boss fights. Like, what comes up, actually? Because I'm not someone that, like, plays games, like, for boss fights that often. Like, I mean, like, I don't play, like, again, I'm more so in it for, like, narrative and everything. Fucking, like, the Rodrigo Borgia fight is on this top 10. That's funny. Sephiroth Final Fantasy VII is number 1. Sure. Shout out to Colossus. Is good. Are those boss fights? I guess they kind of are, right? I guess that's really what the entirety of the game is, just boss fights, right? Oh yeah, Boulder's pretty good. Yeah, either way. Yeah, I don't remember Okami well enough. Like, I played Okami back in the day. I never finished it, but yeah, I don't remember it well enough. I do own it. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to playing it at some point. Okay, how am I supposed to do this? Yeah, we're talking about like OG7. I feel like that never like, you know, never really came to my mind. Especially like from a like gameplay perspective of Sephiroth. But I play a Souls game. Yeah, I would assume a lot of the Soulsborne games are like ones that would be high on the list. Like I assume Elden Ring would probably have a lot of contenders. But yeah, it's not really my thing. I want here. Truth be told, I barely remember Kingdom Hearts anymore. Like, I've not thought about Kingdom Hearts in so long at this point, to where I legitimately have just, like, kind of forgotten a lot about Kingdom Hearts. I saw that the Xemnas fight was on the list, which I don't know if that's, like, one that really comes to my mind. But, okay, so that turns that on. Okay, probably, like, I would not be opposed to playing it when 4 is almost out. Which I assume we're going to get news on it soon, right? Like at some point this year? Okay, so that doesn't work. Oh, I forgot we have 2 of them now. Wait, what am I even trying to do, though? I should probably figure that out. Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, I did see that they're coming to coming to Steam, which is, again, probably a good sign for us getting some news soon. Also, the report that, like, supposedly it looks nothing like what it did in the original reveal. Still no idea why they revealed KH4 so early. I agree, yeah. Like, when was that? That was, like, what, at least 2 years ago at this point, right? Do you think Sean Rucker will ever return? No, I don't. I think it's probably too far gone. Demex's fight. Like, I remember the character Demix, but I'm trying to remember what the actual boss fight was. Is Kenzie the most overexposed female winner ever? If we're going by overexposed as in relation, like amount of confessionals in relation to the rest of the cast, I believe technically Kim is more overexposed, yet like Kenzie has the most confessionals for a female winner ever. Actually, I believe like multiple people on this season were alternates, right? Yeah, was it Rachel, and then was Andy also an alternate, I thought? Actually, wait, are we gonna get who was the guy in the 46 preseason that like everyone was talking about? Like the alternate there? I wonder if we're gonna get him on 47. Yeah, Blackbeard guy. Yeah, that guy. Like, you would think he'll be on 47, 48, right? That would make sense. Oh, that didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good stream game. I think I'm probably better off not finishing this on stream. Even though in an ideal world I would. Was it an... Oh, I didn't realize it was an Arab person, but also makes sense, I guess. Actually, I never thought about this, though. But are most alternate... I guess that's not necessarily the case because, like, Kelly was an alternate, right? I was going to say, like, are alternates always going to be POC at this point? Because, like, just in case of diversity mandate and everything? But I guess, like, Kelly was an alternate, so I guess that's not really the case. Be all-time what if we never see him? Yeah. I believe the, like, people didn't like him, right? like he was something that, like, everyone was talking about, but I don't believe he was, like, looked at particularly favorably. Oh, okay. I get it. So what, I want that. I want this. Yeah, sketch everyone out, yeah. Yeah, so I'm not looking at him as someone that's, like, going to do particularly well. Oh, fuck, that doesn't work? Oh wait, but if I do. That like barely work. Oh no, it doesn't work. God damn it. Okay, this should work maybe. But yeah, it is funny how like I think we're at the point where like most alternates are probably just gonna end up on the show at some point. Because I feel like most alternates for recent seasons have just ended up being on the show eventually anyway. Wait, what is this? And also player ranking, I was wrong about Colby burning Amber. He actually didn't vote for Amber. I mean, he knew that Amber was going, though. Like, that's more so just semantics of, like, hey, he knew Amber was going. I forgot the exact, like, what was the exact context I say it, but, like, the point stands of, like, Colby knew Amber was going the entire time. That was just, like, a sympathy vote that he gave her, trying to maintain jury prospects. Oh, but what I actually say that... Because I knew that, yeah, I know that Colby didn't vote her out. But I think it's more so about the idea of it. I did not see the launch trailer for Multiverses. Yeah, we talked about John Lovett earlier. Oh, it was about likely vote for Rob. Yeah, okay, that's probably a bad point then, yeah. Okay, what? Okay, that was kind of pointless, right? This mission. But also, it's like, I don't think Amber does vote for Rob unless Rob has nothing to do with her getting voted out. Yeah, I don't know what the game wants me. Like, I can't tell if this is what I'm supposed to do or not. I guess, is it not? Oh, the objective's like all the way up there. Oh, so I just like waste time there? Whatever. Yeah, so it's just like a political speechwriter.
What do you think?
Imagine Rob votes Amber out and still tries to propose. I mean, that would be funny. I don't know if they even make it that far, though, right? Alright, I think we'll probably end up moving on to Last of Us in a second here. Once I figure out what the fuck I'm doing in the game. Again, not sure if I'll play more of this next stream. I don't know. Debating it. I might just say fucking do it, but... Wait, how do I skip? Oh, there. I love how it skips and like I'm still just here. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't remember the actual context of what I said, but yeah, I would agree with that.
What's the verdict?
In the Colby Tina situation, she votes for Colby, who's the person who burned her less.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing.
Play different 2023 game all stream, or each stream. Yeah, that would actually that would be funny at this point. Because it's pretty much what I've done for like. Like how many games have I tried out for like one stream and just didn't come back to?
Saved you from the elevator.
Because I think the only one that I started on stream that I finished is Ishin, right? And obviously, like Persona 5
Pleasure.
Tactical, I
Now
was
let's
already
get this
midway
show on the
through
road. You ready to go?
a place. Oh no, Tachia. I did finish Tachia, but barely. Um, yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, Liza P. Yeah, Bummer Cyberpunk. Now maybe this. I don't know. 2046 finale. It was fine. Not
Here
great,
we go.
but
Hold on to your hats.
not like offensively
We
bad
really
either.
need to update those language
Um,
libraries.
I feel like it
coming
probably
along,
would have been more
everyone.
boring if I was
We have
actually
a
right
chance
about everything that was going
to
to
make
happen.
a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island.
Charles
It's
Moore at fault
about
for his loss
who
in
we want
Tyler.
to be as a people, as a
Are we
civilization.
talking about Tyler BB20?
To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers,
Which,
explorers,
debatable.
we used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities.
Like, I mean, I think, like, in
Let's
terms of,
see
like,
if we
losing
can
the Dravo against
rekindle that
Casey,
flame a little.
like, yeah, I mean,
All right. This
like,
is
he's
gonna be
definitely
a
at
long
fault, but, like,
journey.
I think,
So
yeah,
I'd like
not
to ask you
by a
to
great
switch
amount, but,
to
like, I think, like, the
mode
bigger fault
to
is, like, him
conserve
even
power
getting
until
to
we
damn
arrive at the
Casey.
island.
Or him striving for that. Because, to be fair, it probably would have happened anyway, because of how comps played out. But, again, the fact that he was, like, trying to get the end of Casey, and, again, like, in a situation where, like, he should have taken Angela and would have easily beaten her. I think that's questionable, but I guess that doesn't really play into, like, how the season actually played out.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious.
But yeah,
island.
Charlie, I still think we need Exit Press to
Status
fully,
report,
like,
please.
solidify
We hit some headwinds over
thoughts
the
on
ocean,
Charlie's
so
game
fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than
and
expected.
how it was
but
perceived.
We should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location.
Hey, I
of
was
the
shocked that Ben
largest of
winning
the
Final
artificial
Immunity.
structures
Like,
we
Liz's
detected.
fire making loser, that's not, like,
much are we
as
talking?
shocking to
Do we
me.
have
Like,
precise
I
measurements?
thought she'd be losing finals instead,
Should
but it's
be
not that
coming into
shocking.
view just
Ben
like
actually
that.
being the one to win Final Immunity, though, was
It's
shocking.
big.
You can say that.
So I was still thinking at that point, like, when I saw Ben win Final Immunity, it's like, what if Ben, like, puts himself in fire and loses to Liz?
I
Wouldn't that
knew
be
this would
funny?
exciting. You could.
Um,
Find us a place to set down.
Again, there wasn't much spoiler. Like, really, the only spoilers that were there is that there's a female winner and that Charlie was losing finalists. That was, like, the only spoilers that there were. So, like, yeah, it wasn't really anything that, like, changed my opinion on anything. It was kind of, like, around what I was expecting anyway.
Have I ever mentioned
Yeah,
that
I didn't love the, like, obviously
if our
Charlie just being
creators had
completely
intended us to
miserable.
fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
Ben seemed fine, though. But
Touchdown.
I think Ben kind of knew he didn't have that much of a shot. There we go, Act 1. I'm finally at Act
All right,
1.
everybody.
Thank fucking
I'm sure
God.
you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance.
I don't know. I think I might come back with this next stream. I do want to at least, like,
and a molecular analysis of, well, everything.
I think I might be able to get
Tell me
through
what the
it.
giant
We'll
pyramid
see.
does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you
But
hate
yeah,
fun?
I'll probably
I
move over
don't
to Last of
hate
Us in a second.
fun. I'm just mildly
So there was a
suspicious
theory
of
that Ben was gonna quit for. I mean,
Then we can all go.
that was dumb. If that happens, I mean, dude, I know. Like, oh yeah, actually, I've seen that. The people thought he was like gonna be against Kenzie and that he would like lay down his sword for Kenzie, right? He would like let Kenzie win the fire making challenge. Like I think that's more palatable than like him just like outright quitting at 4, which would have been really dumb. Conspiracy theory about 20 is that Fessy wanted to vote for Tyler to win, but was going along with the Casey vote because he was going along with allies. Didn't realize Haley flipped, so he didn't. I mean, I think with Fessy, it's like he just like respected comp wins, right? But I do think if he knew that Haley flipped, I think he would also consider flipping. But obviously he didn't know that because of how everything played out. But yeah, I think if he did, I could definitely see a world where Fessy switches his vote. Yeah, and that's also the weird thing is that because like Fessy and Casey had like almost no connection on the show, which is funny because they're like really good friends now because of the challenge and everything. But like they like on BB20, it's like they had like no relationship. While like him and Tyler had a much better relationship. Tyler 100% wins the game if JC doesn't win Final 4 HOH. I mean, JC goes home at 4. Does he 100% win? He's like, more than likely Casey just wins Final HOH and he loses anyway, right? He's like, would anything else change from that? JC would stump for Tyler and Jury. Would that be enough, though?
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of
well, like, yeah, I guess they had more respect for Tyler or for JC than they did for Angela, obviously.
However,
well, I don't know if that would have been enough.
Randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted.
Like at best, it would flip over Fessy, which, like, again, that would be the one vote, I guess, that would matter. But I don't know, I think it's still like not like solidified enough to where
a manual would be great.
That's like the end all be all. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm surprised that Ben did get to the end and lost. Well, I mean, again, I didn't think Ben was winning, but again, I'm surprised that he was the losing finalist. Because I still don't think his edit makes sense, and I think that's my biggest like downside of the season's edit as a whole. I don't think Ben's edit makes sense at all. I think it's very strange how much they hyped him up as like the most charismatic man alive. And like really hyped up his social game when like he gets to the end, gets no jury votes in a situation where like Kenzie wins because of her social game, which is the weird thing too. To where like I don't feel like the season did anything to like differentiate why does Kenzie win because of her social game, but Ben loses when he also supposedly had a great social game. On collab, what is this? Oh, I saw this. Yeah, really weird. I love like I even look at like what was actually here, like on the page. It's got red vines, which is fine. I've never had red vines actually, because I know that's what Jeff was eating. That's the type of licorice he ate. Which, wow, I assume it's better than Twizzlers, right? Maybe. Thank God they have Sam's Choice 100% Angus burgers. Thank God. Great value rising cut, rising crust pepperoni pizza. Thank God that's there. Yeah, rock paper scissors, obviously. Thank God. What a weird, yeah. What a random collab though. They even have Survivor shirts at Walmart. I mean, I guess they do. I guess they had that one. What thoughts have we had? It's a funny little thing. It's obviously not serious in any way. The Venus versus Empire State Building. I feel like the story falls apart at Final 3. I would agree, which is my main thing. Because if Kenzie wins like handily, I think that helps the season. Like I think it helps the storyline of the season. I think if Ben doesn't make it again, Ben goes out 4. Like if Ben goes out at 4, ends up being a big proponent for Kenzie wins like near unanimously. I think that's probably the best outcome for the season for me in terms of the story of the season. I could also take the situation of we got the Final 3 that we got, but it's a tie vote. Ben votes for Kenzie. I think that's also palatable as well. I think what we actually got is just a mess. Where I don't feel like it really fits into anything. Where again, we didn't get Ben's vote mattering at all. And really Ben and Kenzie's relationship didn't matter at all. And then also Kenzie barely wins against Charlie. How differently is the season edited if Charlie wins? I think Charlie gets more personal content. I think for one. I think probably like there's certain moments here and there that probably don't get shown because I do think he got undermined at some points here and there that weren't necessary, particularly like towards the end of the game. Like, I don't think they show how much, like, Charlie was unaware of Maria coming for him. If he were to go on the win. But yeah, I don't think it makes sense that Kenzie wins 5-3-0 from a storytelling perspective. Especially with the votes that she gets, too. Like, that's also another complete mess. It's like the actual jury votes of it all. It's like, none of this means any... Like, why the fuck is Hunter and Liz voting for Kenzie from a storyline perspective? Like, that makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I just don't... I don't particularly like how they handled the end game stuff. Was Charlie a casual fan favorite? Definitely, right? Like, Charlie, like, if you go to, like, Facebook and everything, they're all, like, super pro Charlie, right? We have to hear what huge fire making change. Yeah, I can't wait. Actually, where's the On Fire podcast? How long is the On Fire podcast? Let's see. 51 minutes. I probably won't listen to it on stream. But yeah, I'll probably transition over to Last of Us at this point. We'll do daily run, and call a day after that. So do I need to save or anything? I guess it's like auto save, right? All right, let's actually do this. Okay, I'll download it on my phone real quick. If it would download. There we go.
My better help. You know, Jay, a stressful part of thinking of starting by Storm. A game changer. Just
the winner of Survivor 45 D by Dars. What's up, D?
What's up?
Each week we dissect the big moments of the most recent episode of Survivor, and we bring you.
All right. Again, I'll transition over to Last of Us, and I guess I'll play it while I'm doing the run. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah. Again, see you in a second.